Blue light where? On the thing, yeah. On the thing, yeah. It's on. It's on. Okay, do not panic. Don't panic, Zanzi. We are here. Your favorite morning rendezvous is officially live. Hashtag Sivugile and live right from the heart of Soweto, Dobsonville, where you are about to get that energetic start to your day with a dose of positivity. Of course, if you know, man, it has been a long week, but guess what? You've made it. You've made it to the end, and congratulations to you, Vooka Nation. And of course, now, my name is Utisika Mazibuga Shabalala, your prime cut creative and a positivity dose of the day. It's finally Friday, and the weekend is just a heartbeat away. You're tuned into the Vooka Breakfast Show, streaming live right here on YouTube, your number one spot for good morning vibes and great conversation and that Friday energy that you've been waiting all week for. And of course, today we're lining up your weekend starter pack, the hottest headlines, Friday motivation to get you powered up, and a little taste of what's happening around the culture. And of course, we're keeping it fresh with some musicians and the moments that set the tone for your weekend. And of course, big love to our partner Amapelepele Spices for the pots and pans, because we're bringing you the flavor to your mornings and making your Friday start with a kick of flavor with a hashtag Flavor Fridays. Now don't be shy. Drop your Friday mood in the live chat and let's get the party going. And this is the Vooka Breakfast Show, where your mornings come alive every single time. And of course, let's get you updated with what's going on in and around Mzansi with your news update after the break. All right, Vooka Nation, a good morning to you. And of course, here is what's going on in and around Mzansi with your news headlines. And on your first news headline, KZN MEC acts after e-hailing drivers shot in Durban. KwaZulu-Natal Transport MEC Siboniso Duma has pledged to mediate tensions between e-hailing drivers and taxi operators in KwaDabega after 2 drivers were shot and assaulted. He aims to foster peaceful coexistence and prevent violence like the fatal Soweto incident. Talks are planned to protect all stakeholders, and some suspects have reportedly been arrested. And now in your next news headline, Malema guilty of hate speech, Equality Court rules. EFF leader Julius Malema has been found guilty of hate speech by the Equality Court in Cape Town. The ruling stems from remarks made at a 2022 rally where Malema suggested that killing was part of a revolutionary action. The court found his statements incited harm and promoted hatred. Complaints were filed by the South African Human Rights Commission and an individual who felt threatened. And in your next news headline, City of Johannesburg cracks down on Bruma Chinatown violations. Arrests made. Johannesburg's Bruma Chinatown faced a major enforcement operation led by MMC for Public Safety, Mgcini Tshwaku. The raid targeted bylaw violations, resulting in the detention of over 10 undocumented individuals by immigration officials. Health inspectors also shut down several businesses that failed to meet compliance standards. And of course, that is all from us for your news. And now going over to your sports headlines, starting off with your Bafana, with the first headline reading Bafana squad named for September World Cup qualifiers. South Africa will host Lesotho on the 5th of September and Nigeria on the 9th of September at Free State Stadium in key World Cup qualifiers. Cape Town Captain Ronwen Williams leads a squad rich in Sundowns and Pirates talent with notable absentees like Khulisa Mudau. European-based players include Lyle Foster, Siyabonga Ngezana, and Luke Leroux. Rising stars Relebohile Mufokeng and Duduzi Shabalala join seasoned forwards like Ikram Reyners and Oswin Apollos. Coach Hugo Bruce aims to maintain South Africa's strong qualifying position. And of course, now in your next sports headline, Alan Alatalua returns as Wallabies update rugby championship squad for Los Pumas tests. Australia's squad for the Argentina tests features key returns including Alan Alalotis and Alalatoa, and Tom Lana and Pete Samu. Injuries to Dylan Peach, Ben Donaldson and Will Skelton prompted call-ups for Filippo Doganu, Hamish Stewart and Josh Canham. Harry Potter also rejoins after hamstring rehab. The Wallabies will face Argentina on the 6th of September in Townsville and 13th September in Sydney with coach Joe Schmidt emphasizing squad depth amid a tough campaign. And now in your other sports headlines, Netball SA up in arms over 360k legal invoice from World Netball. Netball South Africa faces a 363,000 Rand invoice from World Netball for legal costs tied to suspended President Cecilia Molokwane's disciplinary hearing sparked by anonymous allegations. NSA executives argue the federation shouldn't bear the cost as the process wasn't internally mandated. Failure to pay by the 30th of September could lead to calls to disband NSA and halt executive elections. The financial strain threatens funding for the program, including the Baby Proteas World Cup camp and the Spa Proteas Test Series. World Netball's final ruling is expected in December 2025. And that is it from your sports news. And now heading over to your traffic, starting with your first traffic update stating that there's a stationary vehicle on the N12 westbound before Camaro Street. The left lane is currently closed, so there is no free-flowing traffic. And there's also congestion on the N1 southbound between Olifantsfontein and Old Joburg Road. Slow-moving traffic is expected. Stationary vehicle has also been reported on the N12 eastbound after the Atlas Road and is now cleared, so do drive carefully in the area. And Another stationary vehicle is on the N12 westbound before the Camaro Street. So left lane has been closed and there is free flowing traffic. That is it from us for what's happening in and around Mzansi this morning. And of course, let's get you updated with your weather update so you can know how to dress up on this beautiful hashtag Fashion Friday. Don't go. Number one, I guess. Oh, sure. This thing on like there you go. You have officially entered the Friday mode. Of course, if you're tuned into the Vooka Breakfast Show, it means you're ready to get the weekend started with good vibes and, of course, a great energy. And, of course, I am happy to be with you. And my name is Shabalala, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. Umamshengu omuhle. Indlovukazi yakwantu ngithi kunina bayede. day, wherever you are watching us and listening to us from. Because I know, man, mornings are not easy. Of course, as you can see, man, with live broadcasting right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, you can see, that authenticity that we keep right alive right here on the show. You've noticed, man, things are a bit shaky, but yazin, nothing will get us down because we are the early risers. We don't just wake up on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we rise. And of course, it's the final Friday of Women's Month. And we're turning the volume all the way up to celebrate the queens who keep our homes warm, our streets fierce, and our dreams alive, man. Welcome again to the Vooka Breakfast Show, where Dobsonville wakes up with purpose, pride, and a whole lot of vibe. From the mamas who hustle in the market, and of course to the sisters who lead boardrooms, classrooms, and community kitchens. Today, we honor you because we know, man, it's the last Friday of Women's Month. And, this whole month we've been celebrating amazing women doing even more amazing stuff in our communities and in society. So we're serving up those stories and, of course, laughter and a few goosebumps too. So grab your coffee and maybe amakunyanyana or your morning jog energy that you came back with, because this stream is about to get personal. And we're not just talking about vibes, right? We're not just about talking. We're also about vibing and about spotlighting and shining a light on those real voices that obviously join us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And we've got some amazing guests in store for you, okay? So from some amazing young and up and coming amapiano producers to someone who wants to style and dress you, who wants to design your look into life, man. Bring it into life. We've got your back. And of course, you know who we are talking about, right? It's Kensani Mbuli joins us live at 9 a.m. to unpack what it means to lead with heart. And then Lisedi and Terry Pablo bring the heat with their take on township creativity and, of course, a feminine power. It's a lineup that slaps harder than a payday Friday. And of course, hello, abantu abayitediwan, nyazi nje payday, say sondele, ngithi kunina hello babes. I hope yazin ni ready ugu spoiler right here on the show, because you can be a Vooka Nation member, and of course you can send those super chats through. We are ready for you, and thank you to everybody who tunes in and starts their morning with us, because you know what, with the Vooka Breakfast Show, you don't just wake up, we rise. Or how we would love to say, as we attended the Ascend Her Business Conference 2025 on Woman Crush Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Of course, those where we met some amazing women, and of course we were shining a light and highlighting some of those voices that were out there, at that conference doing amazing things. So whether you're in a taxi or esalon, angazi ukuthi yiphi salon evula ngalesikhathi, but maybe but or just vibing in your kitchen, we see you, we celebrate you, bo mama, right? If you've got a shout out for a phenomenal woman in your life, send it through. We're reading them live because today is about her story. And of course, on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we have today in history, your daily bread, your birthday. So of course, if there's that special somebody in your life who is about to celebrate a day in their life that was made for them, which is their birthday, send through that birthday shout out so that we can show them the love, because of course we are about spreading love right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and we like to celebrate you and we ride this wave together. Let's make this Friday unforgettable, Vooka Nation. Come into that chat, man. Hashtag Sivugile. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. That energetic start to the day with that dose of positivity. Of course, I don't know, man. Let's start the show with some music, I want to know right now, what is the song that is getting you in the mood? What is that one song right now that you are vibing to? That's, that gives you that va voom nje for the day. Because I know for me, this morning, it wasn't a song, it was a person, right? I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am not just the pretty face that shows up on the screen every morning on the every weekday morning between the hours of 7 a.m. until 10 on the Vooka Breakfast Show, but I'm also a creative entrepreneur. I am the founder of Prime Cut Creatives, a digital creative consulting agency right here in Johannesburg. Of course, a collective hub of freelancers that do amazing things in the creativity space. And of course, that is where now, if you are looking for experienced creatives who are about taking your concepts from concept to reality, then you can get in touch with us. But then I am also the content producer right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So I am all about creating content and having those conversations that matter, making an impact. And as proof to what I do, affirmation and confirmation for me that the work that we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show is reaching the lives. And of course, I am doing what I am setting out to do. I am going to set the example and of course spotlight myself as one of those phenomenal women that are doing amazing things with a message from somebody who reached out to me this morning to say, to show or to speak words of life into me. Banele, it's all, I've always been somebody who believes in speaking life, not only into myself, but into others. But it's always so refreshing and it takes me aback. It's heartwarming and makes me a little teary-eyed when I see that, that energy that I put out, that the way that I speak life into others speak life back into me. I am going to read a message from a beloved member of my online community, my spirit tribe on the Facebook page. It's Uluyanda Veve. Right, she came in last night. Or last in the afternoon, because this message reached me at 17:42, and this is what it read. Right, she said, "Hello, I just wanted to take a moment to express my deepest admiration for you and the incredible work you're doing. Every time I see your posts on Facebook, I'm inspired by your passion, dedication, and kindness. Your words have a way of touching my heart and motivating me to be a better person. Your posts make me feel seen, heard, and understood. You have a gift for sharing your thoughts and experiences in a way that's both authentic and relatable. I'm so grateful for the time and effort you put into creating content that uplifts and empowers others. If I'm being honest, I sometimes find myself feeling worried if I don't see a new post from you. It's become a highlight of my day. And I look forward to reading your thoughts and insights. Your presence on Facebook is a reminder that there are still good people in the world who care about making a positive impact. Thank you for being a source of inspiration and motivation in my life. I don't know you personally, but your online presence has made a significant difference in my day-to-day life. Please keep sharing your voice, your heart, and your wisdom with the world. You're making a difference, and I'm grateful to be a part of your online community. I hope this makes your day, although seguba late." Ah, man, Luyanda Veve, I don't know you, my sister. I don't know where you come from. I don't know you personally, just as you said you don't know me personally. But this is why content creation, social media, this is the positive side of social media and how positively it has impacted our lives. I am grateful that I have people like you who consume the content that I make. And, I don't know if anybody knows this about me, but I am a mental health advocate. and I do this by living. The best form of advocacy is lived experience. I share my experiences on my mental health conditions, and of course on this journey that I am on healing. And of course I love it when people, you know, give me such feedback to say, man, TC, I see what you're doing, I relate, and of course you're making a difference in my life by sharing your journey and of course, you know, sharing your voice. And thank you so much, Luyanda, because I woke up to this message. Although you sent it last night, yesterday, I woke up to it. So it has definitely made my day so much better. And of course, you, Vooka Nation, are the reason we wake up right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, that's why I want you to come into the chat, man. W's in the chat, because we winning. We win every day. The minute that you wake up, open those eyes and you choose to live. You choose life. You choose to get up. You choose to show up, and you choose to never give up. That is you being a Vooka Nation soldier, man. I've decided that, you know what, that's what we are going to call you guys, soldiers, because every day we at war with life, man. We are at war with this life thing. CMP, man, sihamba slomile with, you know, resilience, sihamba slomile with positive energy, sihamba slomile with positive attitudes, and that is our weapons to fight whatever life throws at us. And that's why we on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we are spreading those insights and having those insightful conversations just for you to get that information, that to have those discussions, discuss those topics that bother you, you know, that that affect your life, your day-to-day living. So of course I am never alone, and because I am never alone, I am obviously rolling squad deep. Teamwork makes the dream work. I am here with Ubanele Mngui, man, and you know he gives us Tech Thursdays, but of course today he is my co-host. Good morning, Banela. How are you?
Morning, TC. I'm not sure if it's this mic or the
I'm not sure. It's in morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's
it.
mic number 3. Okay.
Yeah,
See, good. We good.
So
We good.
let's turn down mic 2.
Okay.
There we go. I'm doing good. Doing good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, ngoba today I'm the host with the most. Ngiyenza izinto zenzeke namhlanje on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yep. Just before we continue with the show, just want to give a special shout out to the competition winners.
Yeah, man.
Guys, it's a real thing.
Yo.
You know, when we say, hey, please enter, join the competition, people win spices. In fact, yesterday I was talking to our channel sponsor,
Amapele Spices
and
for Africa.
Guess what?
What?
We were just having a conversation around the deliverables that whenever you are offering a product to people, in terms of expectations and under promising and over delivering. Because
under promising and over delivering.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So Ulebogang, we announced her that she's a winner. When was it? Wednesday?
Yeah, so we
Wednesday
contacted,
evening,
Wednesday evening when we were coming back from Santon Ascend her business conference 2025.
Yep. But guess when she got her spices?
Yesterday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
The next day.
Very fast.
But our channel sponsors like, guys, no, that's not good enough. Give me the names of the winners in the morning, and then I'll have the spices delivered on that very same day.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you see proactive. Yo. Ngiyayithanda that thing yokuthi yazini, they on the ball, man. Amapele Spices is out here doing the things, and of course they're here to spice up your mornings. We're going to have many more giveaways, guys, and of course if you haven't won something, ungabi nekhala. Njengoba batsho ngesixhosa sakho kwenu banele, you know, ungabi nekhala mtasekhaya, you know, you can also be our next winner. So just look out on our social media pages, and that's #Vooka Breakfast Show on all social media platforms except X. On X we are Vooka Daily, and of course our WhatsApp channel is Vooka Daily. Or if you're also looking amazingly flavorful spice recipes, you can also go on our website www.vookadaily.co.za. That's also where you can see some articles and exclusive content of what happens on our shows and on our guests, and that's also where you can get your the competition T's and C's, because those are quite important.
That's
man.
the one for this week.
Yeah, the one for
Quiz.
this week is the Spice IQ quiz. So guys, be on the lookout for that one on our social media page, and that is specifically on Facebook, right? Because we want you guys, to win these the spice hampers. So nje lalelani, and be on the lookout, subscribe, like, follow, do the things that are necessary to be done so you can catch that amazing content and that you don't miss those competitions, because we hold them for you. We want you to win. We want you to have an experience of everything that we are bringing for you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. But yeah, man, Banele, that's amazing, man. Amapela spices are really like, yeah, bayazikhandla, basebenza ngokuzikhandla.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. But yeah, man, I'm happy that everybody who has won on the giveaway, the Flavor Fridays giveaways, have won and gotten their spices, and they've now received their prizes. So you could also be our next spice champion right here on the show. But of course, we started the show with our news headlines, and we touched on some of what's of the news and headlines that are making, that are causing conversation in Mzansi. And one of those, right, is let me go back right here. It is.
So whilst you
let me look. Oh yes. Oh, City of Johannesburg cracks down on Bruma Chinatown violations.
Yep.
Man, like kenzakalani Chinatown. Like Johannesburg's Bruma Chinatown faced a major enforcement operation led by the MMC for Public Safety. The raid was targeted. The raid targeted by law violations, resulting in the detention of over 10 undocumented individuals by immigration officials. Health inspectors also shut down several businesses that failed to meet compliance standards. Yo, man. Okay,
but the inner city, ne?
Yeah.
I think that's where the hub is.
Yeah.
All things related to undocumented, foreign nationals, businesses, as well as a trade route in a way of all these other illegal activities.
Yeah. Because I mean, Nyazi Vele, I've seen on the social media spaces, there was once that one Chinese factory, or I don't know if it was a factory or a business, but it was a Chinese business that would lock employees inside and until and only give them one break a day. It was literally a sweatshop.
And this is here in SA.
It was here in South Africa.
Sure.
I think it was the Devi show. I'm not sure. One of these investigative journalism shows. They exposed an operation, a Chinese operation right here in Mzansi that was literally operating like a sweatshop. Workers were working under extremely unfavorable, conditions, where they were, locked, not even literally ufagwa in a space. They lock you inside there and you're literally in a prison, and they'd only let you out once a day. You'd need to be pressed or dying to get out of that room, and they'd spend hours on their feet. They wouldn't eat. It was terrible. On that show, it spotlighted they went in there, and the guy was asked why don't you? I think it was the Devi show, man. I think it was the Devi show. If I'm not wrong, it was the Devi show. I know with you, Devi. She always is on the ball when it comes to these kinds of things. So
Devi's on a special assignment.
Yeah, nah. I see what you did there. No, but to be honest, yeah, she's always doing amazing. It's like that one, Carte Blanche. Remember, we also had Carte Blanche. They were doing like amazing work. I don't know if does Carte Blanche still play.
I'm not sure.
Does it? Oh, okay. Musi says yes. But yeah, man, that caught my attention more than anything else, because like. What do you mean? And the fact that they found 10 undocumented individuals there, it shows you, Guti Gahle Gahle, there is a market for the illegal immigrants that come into South Africa, and that's why that problem will never go away.
Yep. I mean, the other problem that we experience is we say that there aren't any jobs, and most of these jobs are taken by foreign nationals, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to one of the guests that came through here. He runs a local food shop.
Yeah.
And he was complaining that, in fact, it was last month, right, around this time. So he was complaining that the guys are...
Which one was that? Was it Mashwan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
I remember that one. I remember, yes.
Where he said he's experiencing problems with his employees. So
where he had like one of the major challenges. What he said was that one of the major challenges that he's faced with his food business and, on this journey that his entrepreneurship journey is that, working with locals and trying to uplift people in his community hasn't worked so well for him, because in a sense it's like they take advantage and they don't take him seriously, and they inadvertently sabotage his business because of their work ethic.
Yep.
Yes.
Not that they were maybe stealing anything, but then payday.
Yeah.
Like they would get paid. And then
because on that day uzo decide ukuthi ahambe and blow the money on alcohol, and then just decide not to show up the next day and not even report or say anything.
Yeah. So the fact that there were 10 undocumented foreign nationals just tells me that for some reason, although I don't like it, but there is a market. There is a market where if we're talking about cheap labor, it's a thing, right? It's there, it's happening. And one of the major concerns for me is that the standard of jobs in SA, obviously it's going down. So when we talk about minimum wage, in today's economy, what is minimum wage?
Yeah.
Because the way I see it is that there are jobs where probably people don't even pay UIF or maybe SARS in the process.
Yeah.
So I see it as that, yes, there are a lot of people that are working, but they're not necessarily on the system.
Yeah.
Right. So in as far as these raids are concerned, I think, not that I even think, they know that if they do more of these raids, then a lot will be uncovered. Obviously, with a raid, it has to be something that is like a tip-off of some sort.
Yeah.
But also, legally speaking, there has to be some form of a warrant, I believe.
Yeah.
So you can't just walk into a building and say, we're here to raid. So I think that's where the other issue is, that legally speaking, they do somehow have their hands tied, that they can't just walk into every Chinatown? Yes.
Yeah.
Every building and just do a raid. So it has to be something that's tipped off, and there has to be that warrant.
I like inner city going that side. There's big problems, man.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Chinatown, and one of the symbolic sounds is the gong.
Yeah, and I see you, Banele. I see you. But, I mean, this is the Mzansi reality check, though. This is the Mzansi reality check, right? So, Vooka fam, to be honest, let's get real, right? With this week and this news headline of the city of Johannesburg, raiding Bruma's Chinatown and arresting, undocumented workers and shutting down non-compliant spaza shops. Like, the message that they're sending right now is that they're trying to enforce law and order. But of course, behind these headlines that we read here on the show are, there's always deeper stories that we try to discuss and, of course, get you to really think about. Because that's what we want. We want a nation of thinkers, not just a nation of blind followers. We want you to question, because that's how things get better, right? So,
Absolutely.
This one is a story, right? The deeper story with this headline is one that touches every township and every taxi rank and every hungry stomach in those townships, right? Because here's the truth. In a country where unemployment hovers around 32%.
And even higher for the youth.
And higher for the youth, of course. And youth unemployment is even higher. People are desperate. Whether it's a local auntie selling amagwinya or a foreign national working in a backroom bakery, everyone's just trying to survive in this country of ours, beloved South Africa. And of course, survival sometimes means working in places that don't meet health codes or labor laws. There was an expose. Now, remember, there was an expose in Durban. A cake factory near China Plaza was raided. Cats roaming where flour was stored and undocumented workers were fleeing the scene, and hygiene levels that made officials gag. So now that is another story that where similar thing happened, right? A cake factory in Chinatown, near China Plaza, was raided in Durban. So then there was the textile factory in Stanger, and Yazin. It's sad because AKZN there was this lady that one of my brothers was in a relationship. One of his baby mamas, right? Is from the yini. They've got baby mamas. It's the thing, abantu nabo, I guess. So bekasebenza in a factory, right? China, right? eThekwini, right? That lady, guys, literally the only thing bega phila ngokunana, yazi ukunana yini, ukhamba ucela ema next door ukuthi,
but she's working.
And most of imali yakhe beyiphelela lentuzana ku transport. And on top of that, bekamele ukuthi, obviously when you treat your employees like that, like when you underpaying them, and she worked in horrible conditions in that factory, she would steal, obviously. People would find and she'd tell me the stories of how the employees there are finding creative ways to steal. As much as Lama China, they dictatorship, going in there like Genghis Khan or whatever, but busy. But aganandaba, they were still the people, they were still finding a way to ukutshontsha, because bathi like Joe labantu abasibhadale, of course umsebenzi siyawudinga, ukudla siyakudinga, but man siyasebenza lana, but we come out with barely nothing. Sisaphila ngokunana ngathi asebenzi sihlala nje ekhaya singenzi lutho.
So here's my take, ne? And this is just purely by observation. I'm not saying this is fact or anything. Now, remember when China rose to be the superpower that it is now, there was a strategy that what China will do is they will offer to the world what would be considered cheap labor, right? So all of the manufacturing, even with technology, everything just went to China. And we're starting to see more of this in the past few years, where there's a lot of products that come from China to the world, but then all of the superpowers like America, Germany, and other countries, they decided that let's have our manufacturing being done in China.
China, yeah.
Even with Apple, right? Most of the assemblies and everything is done in China. So one of the advantages, so they considered at the time, was let us have China make all of these things. And for them, financially speaking, they were getting cheap labor, right? So China took this on, I think, as a plan to say, look, we going to offer cheap labor, and this is how we're going to rise in the world economics, right? And this is exactly what they did. Now, fast forward years later, Now, they are trying to expand and grow in other countries. Now, that same mindset of cheap labor is now being propagated into these new business ventures that they are doing in other countries. So you do find Chinese people coming in SA as well as other countries and employing the same mindset that...
That's true. I've seen it.
Yeah, same mindset that this is cheap labor and I'll pay you the minimum, not even minimum, but way below minimum, and you're going to have to work in these harsh conditions. Because for them, it was a thing. Probably still is a thing where child labor is a thing, as well as cheap labor as well.
I remember there was also
mindset is...
Yeah, I remember there was also something circulating on the social media streets where, you know, it was said that Shein workers are putting messages into the garments or the tags, asking for help us, guys. We need help. We are being treated like we are not even human. We are being treated like subhuman. And yazini gubhlungu because, you know, nathi singabantu. But yeah, you know, there was also that textile factory Estenga, right? Over 300 undocumented workers found behind locked gates. Police had to climb walls to get in. Some workers ran into the bush to escape arrest. It's not just about immigration. It's about exploitation, desperation, and a broken system.
Well, someone could ask TC that, I mean, don't you lock your doors?
Vanille, not like that though.
How? Like I need to understand.
No, Lana, it's like, okay, it's like when I was having that conversation with Ubuyi, right? When she came to cook, right? It's that thing of, you know, when you do things out of love because it's what you want to do, like it comes naturally to you, right? You do them kahle, you know, you don't feel like it's you being oppressed or uyacindezelwa. And you know, the reason why I hate being in the kitchen or I don't like cooking or any of that, it's the sense of it was made to feel like punishment. You know, it was made to feel like it is a punishment to me. So it took the love aspect away from it. Same here. They locking you in. It's like a thing of, it's how when they put you into prison, right? It's different when you lock yourself in your room and you decide, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit here the whole day. Then when someone puts you in your room and locks you inside there the whole day, it's going to be a different thing. Do you understand?
Yeah, no. So it's different in a sense where we choose to lock this
will gate. Yeah, you're taking someone's will away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, right?
Sorry, I was just thinking from a safety
aspect. No, dude, they locked them in there, and there were 300 undocumented workers found behind those locked gates. 300. And here it's only 10. Not to say I feel like if they did more of these raids, especially in the CBDs. All the CBDs in the provinces.
But what would warrant a raid? Do we just do a raid, or it has to have a warrant?
Maybe a couple of complaints came from there. You know, where people are like, "Hey, and maybe, you know, family members of these workers. Because if it was me, if it was umuntu engmaziyo, like my family member or friend or somebody working there, I'd definitely report that. I would. Department of Labor, any avenue that I can find to like highlight this injustice, I would. That's just the kind of person that I am. So, anyway, Vooka Nation, let's find out what kind of people you are. Because here's a question for you, Vooka fam. In a country where jobs are scarce and wages are low, who gets to work and who gets blamed? Are undocumented workers the problem, or are they just the symptom of a bigger issue? We want your voice. WhatsApp us, send a voice note, or drop your thoughts right here on the chat. Because have you worked in a place that felt unsafe or unfair? Do you think government raids help or hurt communities? And what does dignity look like when you're just trying to feed your family? And of course, you know, we want to hear how you feel on the news headlines that we have read for you today this morning. So drop those opinions and everything in between on the chat, because it has just gone to the hour 8 o'clock, right there at the top of the hour, and we are just getting the show started, man. We have so much more in store for you, because coming up, we're still about to hear from Ukensani Mbuli on the fashion world, you know. So obviously now we're lapo ekaya, wherever you are, send through those hashtag outfit of the days. What are you wearing today, man? What's fashionable? You know, what's that outfit looking like? And of course, later, Uli Sedi and Terry Pablo unpack township creativity as resistant, you know, as Amapiano producers. They're young, upcoming, and of course, doing amazing things when it comes to creativity. Of course, so for right now, let's just go on a little break, and then we're going to come back to give you more of that daily dose of positivity for that energetic start to the day. Don't go anywhere. That we gave you today about the city of Johannesburg cracking down on a Bruma Chinatown violation, and of course those arrests being made out there. And of course now I just want to give you your news recap, and then of course we are going to get started with the amazing lineup that we have for you, especially our guests, man. I cannot wait to hear from Ukensi and of course those two young Amapiano producers. Just as a news recap, the news read this morning, on our first news headline, the KZN MEC acts after e-hailing drivers were shot in Durban. So the KwaZulu-Natal Transport MEC Usboniso Duma has pledged to mediate tensions between e-hailing drivers and taxi operators in KwaDabega after 2 drivers were shot and assaulted. He aims to foster peaceful coexistence and prevent violence like the fatal Soweto incidents. Talks are planned to protect all stakeholders, and some suspects have reportedly been arrested. Man, I really don't know kahle issue yama taxi driver yini. Like, do they not understand how business works?
No, they don't, man. They really don't, because like, these people feel like they own the country.
Aye.
According to them,
Bayabora.
Because they take you everywhere, very empty, and I need to when they take us all
Aish.
And in all honesty,
Bayabora.
I think Santaco's contagion plan was supposed to be done in each and every single province. Because e-hailing.
Yeah, because I mean, also in Cape Town, yes, Cape Town is also in G. Guti in Cape Town is was. The taxis are actually fighting amongst each other. But yeah, you know, Vooka Nation, I don't know what exactly we're going to do about this issue regarding, as a community, you know, as a society, us having to, you know, bear the consequences of these fights between, you know, the taxi associations and e-hailing drivers. What the issue is there, angegwazi, because all I see is business. It's business. It's the principle of business. I mean, you also have a transportation system. They also have a transportation system. Why can't you optimize your business to serve, you know, the best people that you want to serve? You know, we all have markets that we cater to, right? So, man, it's about just being competitive and obviously, you know, having business sense, improving your business. Maybe if you're feeling like maybe I can do better here or whatever, but there's always other ways. But killing people, no, that's a big no, because human life is too valuable for you to just play around with it just like that. And that's the sad part of all these news headlines that I keep seeing, and it's that, you know, human life has been treated like it's worthless. It's like without value, and it's sad, man. We should not be living like this. We should not be treating one another in this manner. But I guess, you know, when you live in a capitalist system, these are the social ills that you will continuously seeing being given rise to, because, you know, in a capitalist system, money is king. Money is God. People worship money more than human life. And, you know, when I think ukuthi Bible iti, you know, we were all made in God's image. Kusho ukuthi abantu abasamsaba uNkulunkulu mos.
No, they do not. They don't fear God.
No.
They fear is the gun they have, or somebody pointing a gun at their face. We have seen that these people don't actually have a law that governs them, as much as they have an organization that they are part of that's like a big organization within South Africa itself. But the laws around that organization are very loosely used, man. They are not even held accountable for certain things. Strike. Wena TC o bereka ko clinic or strike. O tla bona Department of Health to bolela in. O bereka ko garage or strike and see what will happen. You work at a retail store, go on strike and see the things that will happen. But why are the laws not so stiff around them? That's my question. Why do they get away with almost everything they do? They can do almost alles, and they can get away with that without being held accountable or liable. We've had so many taxi incidents that have happened. Why haven't the owners been held accountable? For their drivers' things, for things that are done by drivers. Why have they never been held accountable for such? That's something that needs to happen. That's something they need to be held accountable for. But yet, nothing is happening with that.
Man, yazi namangazi ukuthi kahle kahle, you know, why all of these things keep happening and why people like bafuna ukubulalana. I understand, guys. Sonke uyabona siyaphanta every day, you know. Sonke singamavuka amahle, siyavuka, you know, sithi sifuna ukuyophanta, sibone ukuthi singahlanganisani abanye bethu, you know, corporate girlies doing the things they, you know, fighting, having to fight prejudice, having to fight bias, having to fight corporate racism. It's a lot, man. It's a whole lot. Which brings me to the next news headline that we read this morning regarding Malema being guilty of hate speech as ruled by the Equality Court. So the EFF leader, Julius Malema, has been found guilty of hate speech by the Equality Court in Cape Town. The ruling stems from remarks made at a 2022 rally where Malema suggested that killing was part of a revolutionary action. So, the court found his statements incited harm and promoted hatred. Complaints were filed by the South African Human Rights Commission and an individual who felt threatened. I wonder who this individual is, right?
There's a tweet that somebody once shared.
Right.
Shared this yesterday.
Okay.
Bati Justin, a Santaco representative, tells at SABC News that taxi operators across Gauteng have been asked not to ferry passengers tomorrow, being today. Passengers are stranded in Ekurhuleni tonight after Santaco decided to stop operations due to taxis being seized. So apparently some taxis at Ekurhuleni were being seized, and then Santaco's like, you know what,
Wow.
see how you get home, bruh. And this is around 7. Remember that some people are still on their way, making the way to wherever taxi rank that they're going to get another taxi from. And then you get there, TC akona bus kana kwena. Akona train. Akona cheleta bomb. Sonto calamity. That's how the also catches things.
Yeah, Guningi, man. Guningi, that's happening in South Africa. But yeah, as we are, touching on the news headlines that we started your day with right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. One of those headlines reading, being about Malema being found guilty of hate speech by the Equality Court. I have something that I actually want to read, right? On my social media streets, right? I have an online community that is quite, these people, man, I love my people because they think. They are a community of thinkers who assess and, are mindful of, the world around them. So, something that was written by Unkosnathi Kandabenhle, right, on Facebook. I want to read this for you guys. And regarding this headline that we're about to tackle regarding Malema being found of hate speech, I want you to I'm connecting the two, and I want you, Vooka Nation, to see how the two connect, right? So, Nkosinathi Kandabenhle is speaking on his experience in a dominantly Afrikaans school during his schooling days. So he says, I think I was in grade 6 or grade 7 during a human social science class. I'm revealing my age, but anyway, we were doing a lesson on the recent history of South Africa, covering the years between 1990 and 1999. Being the curious student I was, I raised my hand and asked, Sir, what does the South African flag symbolize? We used to address our teachers as Mr. or Sir. I'm not sure where that originated from. The teacher, who always seemed to struggle with pronouncing our names, said, Langeni, not my actual name. You really want to know? I replied, yes, sir. He responded with a chuckle. Well, it's simple, my boy. The red represents the blood running through our veins. The blue represents the beauty of our blue skies. The white represents white people. The green represents our lush green lands. The black triangle represents black people trying to get land. And the yellow represents an electric fence to keep them away. He then walked off, wiping his bald spot and adjusting his green dust coat, laughing. If you attended Pioneer Primary School, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. I propose we start a hashtag share your story. Hashtag. I believe the more we open up and share our experiences, the more comfortable our young people will feel sharing theirs. They'll realize they're not alone. Let's speak out again about these issues, not just in cafes, braais, or taverns, but everywhere. And then, of course, he's calling for people to like and share and let them make, that trend. Saying hashtag share your story, hashtag racism must fall. So, this brings me back now to this headline where Malema was found guilty of hate speech by the Equality Court for remarks made in 2022. Statements that called for violence against white men wrapped in revolutionary rhetoric. The ruling sparked applause from some quarters and outrage from others, but it also cracked open a deeper question. In a country still healing from apartheid, what counts as hate and what gets protected as heritage?
I don't know if I should say I'm lucky that I never went to a multiracial school, as we call them, at this moment, because knowing me and how I am, I probably would have had a fit if I got called by the wrong name. Because especially as a teacher, I feel like you need to know who is who.
In South Africa.
In South Africa.
Saura.
We're living in a post-democratic world, so you can't be still calling me Guguletu when my name is Kiamuketu. It makes no sense.
It's also it also gives. It's also Afriberry this whole
You can't be
time.
calling me Google. I don't know. Okay, no, but no. Why? I always ask who switches off the mics.
Yo, guningi,
Why not
man,
Mama Mike, guys?
guningi, but
Remember, we've got guests coming through.
yo,
Like the other day was so.
a lot is happening
And
right
ingqondo
here.
yami ilele mina,
Guningi,
guys.
man.
So I don't know, and I did say forgive me.
Guamina, because I'm like, I can't hear you on my. It's also me, my slowness. But even me. But anyways, at least, man.
My brain is asleep, man, because I slept late. I got back at home around half past one.
because
Only to
angibaboni
sleep
on the comment
to
section.
4. So I am barely
they
awake.
dead asleep. I don't see them on the comment section, but maybe they're still coming through, man. Fridays, angaz, man, they've got that thing. Plus, especially because it's getting warmer, the days are getting warmer. We're still getting rid of. That winter energy is only working itself out of our system now, man. Spring is about to only get sprung right now, Mara. Aga shy, man. Agabi, It hasn't landed yet, so we're just still working that out of our system. But anyway, going back to the topic at hand, right? Because while Malema's words are being dissected in courtrooms, there's a town in the Northern Cape that everybody knows of, and that across the world is still a wonder Uguti why it exists in South Africa. Where
yes,
now
the only white town in South Africa.
Yes, black South Africans can't live. Orania, a place where 97% of the residents are white, Afrikaans speaking, and proudly self-sufficient, as they would like to claim. They print their own currency, run their own schools, and vet every new resident based on cultural alignment. It's legal, it's tolerated, and it's growing.
How?
So here's the tension.
How do we have such in South Africa at this moment?
Yeah, Afriberry, here's the tension. Malema's speech is condemned as incitement, but Oranya's existence, built on exclusion, is defended as cultural preservation. One is punished for words, the other thrives on practice. What does that say about our democracy, our constitution, and our collective? The operative word being collective healing, because the point here is we are supposed to be a rainbow nation. We're supposed to be living together in harmony and unity, as said by Nelson Mandela. But yeah, the existence of Orania, how is it different from what Malema says when he has these rallies? But anyways, I'm leaving this to the Vooka Nation, because here it's a discussion. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to sway anybody in any kind of direction, but these are facts. This is what exists in our community, and these are the news headlines that we have to, wake up every day in our societies too. So, is hate speech only hate when it's loud and angry? What about quiet segregation? What about economic exclusion? What about the lived experience of millions who feel invisible in their own country? And like this morning, I affirm that I'm a mental health advocate. And how I do this is by my lived experiences, right? Because I'm obviously somebody who has been diagnosed with mental health conditions. And of course, my life is an advocacy of, that in itself. So now, when we're looking at this, headline, and of course we're talking about this issue, Vooka Fam and Vooka Nation, we're not here to defend or condemn. We're here to reflect. And that's what I love about myself, and that I would love for others to do. Because if we don't talk about these contradictions, we actually risk normalizing them. And if we don't ask who gets to belong, we'll keep building walls instead of bridges. So we're opening the lines, Vooka Nation. Talk to us, man. Come into the comment section, and of course, call us on our WhatsApp number, which is 060-493-3226. And let's talk about this. Do you think Orania has a right to exist while Malema gets, condemned by the Equality Court? And of course, should cultural preservation override inclusion? As we are heading straight into Heritage Month. And of course, how do we define hate in a country still haunted by its past? Let's talk, let's feel, and of course, let's challenge, because this isn't just a headline, it's a mirror, and Mzansi deserves to look into it with honesty, right? And of course, right here in studio, Ukenzi has just walked in, but of course, before we bring her to the table.
No,
she's not. Oh, no, my bad.
This is our pots and pans.
I am sorry, people. I am so sorry.
We are out here.
This is what happens when I'm big.
Yes, right now we're here with Bijumelo, who's going to be headlining the pots and pans segment with the Mapelepele Spices. So she's from Zone 1 Meadowlands. Mawanbasa Zone 1 Meadowlands. If you know the greenhouse, then you know her pork trotters always smack. Because I know what the trotters, man. Those trotters, they literally fall off the bone.
Yeah.
Before we move on from the morning.
Hey, hi.
Before we move on from the Orania and Malema thing, there's a guy that I follow on YouTube quite closely. So he's been in South Africa for quite some time. I think he came last year November.
Yeah.
And he went to the Soweto Derby. He went to he's a Pirates fan now apparently. But yeah, he's been spending quite some time in South Africa. He actually did investigate Orania.
Wow.
He went there, not even as a black South African, but as a black American.
Wow.
Spent a couple of days there. He had breakfast there. And I'm sure Mr. B can help out very quickly, just so that we can hear what he went through for just like a second, because I don't want us to get flagged, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know, Mr. B, can we get that going so that we can? Sure.
Sound, please.
Do you want to hear the whole thing, or we can only do like a portion?
Sure, no worries. But yeah, I mean,
can you give us the gist of this footage?
So he goes there, he investigates, he gets there, he meets this young guy as the one that we're looking at. I'm sure the Vooka Nation can't see.
They also have their own flag.
So the thing with the currency, right? And I could be wrong. I stand to be corrected. The thing with the currency is not that they have like their own actual currency within the country.
Okay.
So think of it as monopoly money.
Okay.
Tokens.
Yeah.
That function within that community, right? But they still do make use of South African rands. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. And you found a lot of Pretorians migrating to Orania.
Of course.
No, TC, it's not like that, man. But when you listen to them, I'm not saying it makes sense, but you sort of understand where they're coming from. You know, when the guy is called Coop's Corner, Coop, when he sits down with this guy, he spends quite a few days with him. He meets the mayor. He meets quite a few of the members of that community, leaders of that community, and he gives his own review of what the community is like. And the actual thing that you're talking about, whether as much as now Malema is being ostracized for that song that he sings or he has been singing for a number of years versus a time where in a country that comes from apartheid, right, for so many years, because it started in 1945. What are the parallels when you compare the two? So what Sidi Matia, the lady who just passed on a couple of days, says
R.I.P.
is that
What a great mind, man.
Completely.
And of course, Nje,
One of those people who could have
iconic, because she spoke so eloquently on that
Absolutely.
refugee situation.
Absolutely. I want to refer to this actual thing, Malema, the song thing.
Yeah.
What she says to the journalist, and this is now when a couple of weeks ago, like a month or two ago, when Cyril Ramaphosa went to the White House, right?
Yeah.
To talk and address these issues with Trump, as some of the white South Africans were migrating to the US. She says, put it to context, right? When you review the numbers or the claimed or the assumed numbers of white farmers or white South Africans who are being attacked or who are being killed, as they say, supposedly, versus what Malema is saying. He's not inciting that a certain ethnic group or racial group in South Africa should be attacked. What the song speaks to was that in its time when the song was created, when it was actually sung and meant, was during a time when black South Africans never gateliwa. Understand? But in context now, it is a song that's coming from that time. It's not to say we are meaning it. He actually means black South Africans go out and actually kill white South Africans. That's not what he was saying. And this is a very interesting thing. I'm sure I'll find it a bit later on when Silma Dia is addressing that thing. But she raises such a valid point. And he asks the anchor, the reporter, and he says, where is the proof? Where is the actual proof? Because even President Trump himself could not produce when black journalists or South African journalists, American journalists were in the White House with both presidents from both countries sitting there. And he was being asked, President Trump, you are showing us allegedly things. Where is the actual proof that white South Africans are being killed in the country? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's a very interesting, I think for me, it's a very interesting topic to compare the two, where how could you say that Malema is inciting violence against a certain racial group or ethnic group in South Africa versus there it being an actual town that is based on, and I don't want to sound
segregation?
like I'm assuming. That's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, along those lines. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I think it's something that's worth exploring for me.
How did they even get the land to build there? Because it leaves so many questions, man.
The video.
Yeah, definitely. It leaves so many questions. Go to this country, this place. Because for me, I also didn't know about it, and it's been in existence for so long.
So
man.
Since Musi, wants to put it in metaphorical.
No, man.
In a metaphor, and like we want to speak of it in a sense of a metaphor. So let's step into that metaphor today, right? So imagine South Africa is a house. A beautiful, complex, creaky old house built on land soaked in pain with rooms divided by race, class, and memory. Now imagine that in one of these rooms a song plays, loud, defiant, emotional. The song, Kill the Boer. Some say it's a war cry from the past. Others say it's a threat to the present. But maybe, just maybe, it's an echo from a haunted hallway where the ghosts of apartheid still roam. Where land was stolen, dignity crushed, and voices silenced. That song is not the ghost, it's the scream. So now here's the plot twist. While we debate the lyrics, there's the town that we're discussing right now, which is Urania, right? And so, it's this town where, black South Africans still can't live freely.
And funny enough, it's not only about black South Africans. There are colors that you won't find there. The Indians that
flag.
You can't find there.
They're still using the old flag.
So for me, it's basically them saying, Wuti, we don't believe in the new South Africa. How can
we don't
still
believe in the Rainbow Nation?
Apartheid flag.
Rainbow Nation for who? Why? So we're not sorry. So who's haunting who? Is the song the problem or is it the mirror?
It's the
This
mirror.
is why I want, because putting things in different perspectives, Jay, since Musi spoke about metaphor, right? I mean, now we're talking about a house, a haunted house. South Africa being that haunted house.
It's interesting that you bring up that analogy. You remember Uste when he was here a couple of months ago? A month or two ago. He actually made the same reference in terms of an analogy. And he's like, think of it as a big 16-room house, right? In that 16-room house, only 4 rooms are dedicated to the majority, being black South Africans. Right, and that's what they are told. That's what they are taught.
Yeah.
That's what the narrative is, and that's the mindset that governs them, right? And then only to find that there are 12 other rooms in existence in this house that are even bigger than the actual 4 rooms that people have been taught that they're there.
Yeah.
So it begs the question, guys, can't there are 12 other rooms? Why really come to go the room for failure? Like, who's occupying these other 12 rooms in this big house? So it's a very interesting analogy.
Huge imbalance. But anyway,
yeah,
right? So the courts have ruled that kill the boer is not hate speech when sung in political context. But rulings don't erase feelings. For some, it's trauma. For others, it's truth. And for many, it's unfinished business. Because the house we live in, which is Soweto, our beautiful country with its many, many problems, but with its vibrance and, of course, endless diversity. Because this house we live in still has locked doors and broken windows. So, Vooka fam, as we close off this topical discussion on our news headlines this morning, I am asking you, what do you hear when that song plays and when you see, or when you watch EFF rallies on social media and, you're hearing that song being sung by Uamalema? Is it a threat? Is it a memory or a call to rebuild? Can we fix the house without silencing the echoes? Or do we need to listen harder to the pain, to the rage, and obviously to the hope that we all hold in our hearts? We're looking for your voices, right? Let your voice be heard. Come into the comment section, or of course, send us your voice notes using the number 060-493-3226. The hour has just hit 32 minutes past the hour, 8 o'clock, and we are still alive with you. Talking, feeling, and of course, rebuilding. And like everybody said, our pots and pans cook is in the building. So that means your mornings are about to get a little bit more spicier. So don't go anywhere. Just take a little break to get that hot beverage or something yana that will, taisela. Add on to this energy we're about to give you throughout the rest of the show. Don't go anywhere, because we will be coming back with Today in History and, of course, your celebrity birthdays and, of course, word of the day. Stay tuned. And we are back, man. Niphakathi inside Friday mode. Lana Vooka Breakfast Show. Of course, fam, it's hashtag Fashion Friday. And we're not just talking drip, man. We're decoding the language of fabric with our guest who's going to be joining us, the queen of texture, tone, and township couture. And that is Kensani Mbuli, and affectionately known as Ukensi. She doesn't follow trends, man. She bends them. And of course, Kenzie's latest line is giving heritage with a side of hustle, because we're going into Heritage Month just now. September is calling our names as well as spring. So from Dobsonville to Milan, she's stitching stories that walk the runway and talk back. So sis, wherever you are planning the weekend outfit, those outfit of the days, you do not want to miss that conversation, because what's the thread that ties your fashion to your fire, man? And of course, if we do, real talk, man, there are some things, that we are going to get into today, talking about art and the things that keep us alive. We're flipping the script literally. Ulisedi and Terry Pablo are going to be in the studio as well. And they're obviously not just artists, they're architects of emotion. Because we all know how music makes us feel, man. It can change our mood. It can make you feel sad. It can make you miss that one person that you haven't seen in a while, and it can also remind us of some beautiful, beautiful memories. Of course, they will be here on the Arts Alive blog, and it's giving Joburg meets soul, man, especially on the global stage. So Lisedi and Terry will be here on the show, and they will be sharing some things and some thoughts on their music journey. But I still want to know, man, Vooka Nation, what is that one song that gets you in the Friday mood? Everybody, what's that one song that gets you in that Friday mood? Amakumba. Abati mina ngifuna amakeshe.
But you know what? For my baby brother, as he Jakes.
Yeah.
That time he can't even do the one with the foot. He just stomps like that. But he knows he literally knows. And then I move or I say no, he just bangs and then manga temala costa as a tinian.
We love to see it, man. We love to see it, Vooka Nation. But I see that some of you are coming into the comment section. Nilele today, guys. Nilele, I'm very disappointed in you. Nilele, is it because mina ngihlala, or is it because Shem is all over like nisingalele, ningalile? Come back so I can massage your feelings back to life. Oh, Zabuyani, man. We are live today. I know Izolo Escom like put a downer on everything, but today we back. The lights are back and we up, baby. So Ukugum Daweni is coming in to say, morning Vooka Nation, happy Friday, stay blessed. Oh, Kuku Kelo, ha uvugile. Hey man, I love to see you. Hey, hi man. Uneliswam coming in to say, good morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Vooka Nation. Good to see you guys. I know, sis. I know. Things try to, ilife yazama ukusicikela phansi, but thina ngoba singamavuka amahle. See, we are the Vooka Nation. Ayikho into ehlulayo, siyavuka, guys. And today sivukile, and we're here with you guys. Sinikhumbulile nathi. So of course, it's good to see you too, Neliswa. And I hope your Friday is looking amazing and is great, because yazini iweather angikho sure ukuthi ngaphandle kwenzakalani kahle kahle, but I think winter is saying bye.
TC like
winter ithi bye bye. Since wena ufike like obvious manje injani weather lapha ngaphandle?
It is a bit cold, so the reason why I say I'm covered is because I have my hoodie on top, and then obviously maqala ukushisa ngifake sleeveless pants. Hello. So my was uqala ukushisa ngikhipha I cannot imagine mara ngikhipha yona.
Muscle man.
Whatever those things are called. Yeah, I'm going out. I don't know. They're not guns blazing, but I'm going out.
Well, they be looking like something.
Blazing, but
they be looking like something.
Yeah, man, they're nice and soft, sis.
But yeah, you know what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We give you that history lesson that Mo likes to say. Maybe that teacher is calling Tina live Vooka Breakfast Show. We will always be we will always be the plug for history, moments in history that made history. And of course, we make history right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show every day. So, everybody, I can't see it. But anyway,
Okay, right. Thoma.
Hi, naming things sometimes.
Yeah, e re ke thome.
Yeah,
Ka re
thoma,
ke starter
Miguel.
pack sa bophelo ba hao.
Away.
So today in history, now classes in session. I hope you guys are also getting out your notebooks and taking notes. Now the Gemini V spacecraft returned to Earth, landing in the Atlantic Ocean. Gemini 5 was a NASA space mission in 1965. Part of the Gemini program, it was the third time astronauts flew in a Gemini spacecraft and the 11th American space flight with people on board. Overall, it was the 19th human
Hey, everybody,
space flight over on August the 20th. Oh, guys, August the 26th. Today,
Give 27. 29, sorry. Linda.
We have a meeting after this, guys.
But wait, maybe on
Okay,
on that day it set the world record, and then on this day it came back
Asazi, because I need to bet the mission was in 1965. On August the 26th in 1965, Gemini 5 set a new world record for the longest time people had spent in space, beating the previous record held by the Soviet Union's Vostok 5 mission from 1963.
Vostok. It's the Vostok 5 mission from 1963.
It's a Russian. The mission could have lasted one day longer, but it was shortened because Hurricane Betsy was approaching. Hurricane le space di tlhakana kae unthuso tlhaloganya TC. Maybe kuraka etsa physics. This wa eksa tlhaloganya. Mare hurricane space. Hi guys.
Well,
yeah, the hurricane was on Earth.
Vung, girl, vung is everywhere.
But the vungu was happening on Earth, bro. So how does this vungu and the spacecraft, how do they combine?
I'm a wormholes, I'm a whatnots. Guningi, man. Like, you don't know what they batanga bezing. Batanga bezwe yini kona lapaya. Uge wa space, man.
Angazinga space. Only when I have enough about me.
I love it.
Yes,
look at
girl.
us.
And then the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company was incorporated, right? On the
Goodyear.
29th of August in 1889, Frank Spielberg incorporated the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company with a stock of $100,000, right? The company launched production 2 months later, recording sales of 8.246. Kabadi biza yang currency ya teng phela e yona asi 8,000 abar 8,000. I need to pay $1.5 $1,500 dollars.
Oh,
manje lesifunda kanjani
8,000.
after the first month alone and never looked back. And right now we'll be talking about the person they want to bring back to South Africa, got that symphony. Elon Musk unveiled a pig called Gertrude.
Oh, Elon Musk. Oh, wow. Okay.
I
I didn't know that.
Yeah, anyway, he's very rude. With a coin-sized computer chip in her brain, right? Elon Musk has unveiled a pig called Gertrude with a coin-sized chip in her brain in a bid to demonstrate how the technology could help people with severe neurological
that
conditions.
Neuralink thing of his. Yes.
The Tesla and SpaceX founder revealed the technology during a live-streamed event from his startup Neuralink.
Wow.
So nahana wena ufitso lona botsa mo le inject ntho tsa konkolobeng.
No, Mara, like I guess they were testing to see. That's what science does. It by testing dilo with animals, and then that's why in the beauty industry, it's always products, animal cruelty, trying to regulate the thing, Guti. You know what? Cruelty towards animals, regulating that the products shouldn't, You know
what I feel like? I feel like Gatorade would have tasted better in my stomach.
Wow, sis. Wow. Afriberry. Yeah. But then, you know.
He literally made Gertrude a guinea pig.
Wow. Yeah. Mara, she was, this is science, man.
She was a literal guinea pig, man. So right now we're also going into the inventions, right? So these are inventions that happen in and around Africa. So now
not just Africa, the world, sis.
Hence I said in and around.
Oh.
My headset
I'm not listening. Hey.
You say in and around. Obvious. In Africa and then around us is the other way.
Yeah, because I mean we are but before we move on to the inventions, right? There are some conspiracy theories, because I know Guti here on the Vooka Breakfast Show niyathanda and Guti need busy ubanele nabo Steven bayathanda ama conspiracy theories, but you know, especially when it comes to the space race and you know activity in space, people are always coming to say Guti I kunama conspiracy to say, is this thing of space travel even real? Did America really go there? Are these things really happening? But of course, you know, science is real, guys.
Remember
Things
when
are
Banel
happening.
and Steven actually showed us those the space team that went to space,
and then
only to find out that 30 years later you have the older versions of the younger versions that went to space. It's very weird. But anyway, we'll never know if he made it in space, because very well now abafuna ukusitshela ukuthi yini le area 13 ikuphi.
So, of course, you know, we are here to, you know, before we dive into fashion and theater, guys, let's take a quick detour straight into orbit. So, today in history, 1965, like Afriberry has read, NASA launched Gemini 5. But this wasn't just a space mission. It was a cosmic cocktail of ambition, glitches, and eyebrow-raising theories. So, first off, the mission patch said 8 days or bust. NASA made them cover it mid-flight. The mission patch, this thing that they have here, it said 8 days or bust. But NASA made them cover it mid-flight. Why? Some say they feared failure. Others say they feared the truth. Either way, it's giving corporate panic in zero gravity. And then there's the fuel cell drama. So Gemini 5 was first to use fuel cells instead of batteries. They glitched early on. Cue the whispers, sabotage, Cold War tech test, or just a dodgy plug. Asazi, besingeko. But we want you. Okay, and also let's not forget the Phantom Rendezvous. They were supposed to link up with a pod called REP, but the maneuver got scrapped. Some say the pod was never real. Others say it was a decoy for spy tech. Either way, it's giving space Tinder swipe left. Anyway, and Buzz Aldrin, he was part of the support crew, but some folks believe he was meant to fly and got pulled last minute. Politics, secret training, or just bad timing. Asaz. But yeah, we want your take, because that's why we have these history lessons, you know? We want you, class in session, take notes, do your own research, find out some interesting facts maybe we didn't know about. We want your take. What's your favorite conspiracy theory regarding space? Is NASA hiding aliens? Is Orania a simulation? Is your uncle really working for the CIA? Drop us a voice note, man. That's why we have these discussions. We want to have some fun. We want to talk, have those discussions, everything in between. Share your stories. Let us hear your voice. Drop us your voice notes, of course. Drop us your thoughts in the hashtag. It's the number to use those for those voice notes is 060-493-3226. Let us know what you think about what we just shared with you regarding what the events that transpired today in history. But of course, we've got to move on, you know, because life keeps going, man. Life goes on. So when it comes to the inventions that were made in and around the world, the first one being inventor Gottlieb Daimler filed for a patent for a two-wheel riding car, or in other words, motorcycle. Motorcycle, car. Inventor Gottlieb Daimler filed for a patent for a 2-wheel riding car, or in other words, a motorcycle, right? That's what we now call a motorcycle today. Gottlieb Daimler registered a patent for a 2-wheeled vehicle with gas or petroleum engine.
Vaseline.
Wow, petroleum, really? Afrobeer. You know, Afrobeer
That's the
and
only
these
petroleum
dry
I
jokes
know.
of hers.
Vaseline.
Dry jokes. Dry.
That's the only petroleum
Drier
I
than
know.
that toast without butter. Anyways, patent number TRP 36423 issued on the 11th of August 1886. The test vehicle producing 0.5 HP in 0.3 kilowatts, I think, described as a petroleum riding car. It is the world's first motorcycle. So this Gottlieb Daimler, he made the first motorcycle, apparently. There you go. Moosie's got something for us. At least you're doing something on technicals today. Yeah, being technical today. Look at you. Hey. But anyways. Yeah, multi-talented. Shout out to Moose. And then Daniel Halliday patented the self-governing windmill. Yeah, things are going in circles today. Yeah. On the August 29th, 1854, Daniel Halliday, a mechanist and of course an inventor and businessman, patented the first commercially viable windmill. Halliday's self-governing windmill. Halliday had been approached to work on the design by a local Ellington businessman, John Burnham. Burnham was involved in the pump business and understood that if a reliable source of power could be found to bring groundwater to the surface, he could significantly increase his customer base. So windmills have been used for centuries to grind grain, draw water, and power machines. So what was revolutionary about Halliday's design? It allowed the windmill to automatically turn to face changing wind direction, and it regulated and maintained a uniform speed by changing the pitch of the sails without human oversight. So maybe the first, evidence of tech right there.
Marake mechanist, mechanic, man. It's a mechanist. It's a mechanic, Bryson.
Maybe busy the machine. Maybe he makes machinery. Machinery. Nice. Halliday. That was maybe the first sign, I believe, of tech nyana, because that windmill was able to operate without human oversight.
I say when I anyway, December figure, guys. So right now we'll be heading over to the days of the year, or how many days we are left before we say goodbye 2025 and hello 2026. So the number of days into the year today marks the 241st day of the year. If it was a leap year, it would have marked the 239th year in a leap year. So that we only have 124 days remaining just before we say goodbye 2025, hello 2026, and we have 17 weeks remaining towards the year end. So Musi Ribetsang Raptodlos
ayikho lento enikhulumayo. 6 September ngoba birthday yakho.
Come 6 September, so you guys better tune in so you can stand yourself a chance of winning 1 out of 4 tickets to the Skota Festival.
Yes,
so
the
Spices
Soweto
is giving away free tickets so you can attend the Soweto Kota Festival that's happening out here in Dobsonville. So be sure to tune in, stay plugged in when it comes to our social media, to our social medias, and obviously Konala the show, so you can stand your chance of getting yourself that amazing ticket and obviously get to see us while we
wazani zochila guys, hey, plus kuzoba kuyi birthday ka Musi, maybe ningamthengela ama drinks nyana for his birthday. O fetsa go reng? Ha o ne bojala mara o reng no. O reng
And then that time he's always the one who thought cheese rega one rega for.
Hey, wait thinking, but anyways, you know.
Anywho, man,
You can come out there, man. Usiyanifuna ukuthi nizositshela ukuthi why nithanda ikota yini enifuna ekoteni. What's your like nje ideal kota look? What does your ideal kota look like, you know? And obviously nje ukuthi nichile nathi, you know.
Let us know. You never know. So right now we're also going to be heading out to our celebrity birthdays. Now right now we are celebrating a female that's very under the spotlight right now because apparently she doesn't love a man that much. Untando Duma. So Untando Duma.
Spice. Shade.
Yeah, bruh, she's in the spotlight right now, especially even the baby daddy's making the spotlight too because of an interview that Ntando Duma had and the comments that she made regarding her new husband who's a vendor man. And they're like, so I'm a vendor disappointed in the guy because he brought back somebody who's also somebody's baby mama. And then you know what, it's very crazy, but anyway, moving on. So Ntando Duma is a South African actress, TV host and model. She became well known as a presenter on ETV's youth show Crazy, especially on Crazy World Live. People know her for playing Zinzi, Mabiza Mazuli kintu.
In Zinzi.
Balas fansuin. Dandala in the soapy Rhythm City and for her role and the historical drama. You know I can't say this word.
Shaka ilembe.
Thank you very much.
You can't say ilembe.
No, it sounds weird when I roll it out of my mouth. Haven't you ever noticed that whenever you guys talk about the show, I just say Shaka, I don't say the other word?
Yeah, no.
Because it sounds weird in my mouth, so now I'd rather not expose myself.
Zulu sounds weird in your mouth.
Moving on. She was born on the 29th of August in 1995. Yeah, girl. Same year.
She's turning 30.
So she's turning 30 today. And interesting fact, she only started dating at the age of 19 because she was genuinely scared of boys growing up.
Wow.
Okay, asazi jo what do you mean short? Job what do you mean short? I want if you say orange farm.
Afribear. Is this how you're choosing to end Women's Month?
No, what's the orange farm? Mina mfuna ungazi ukuthi sama lapha ilo stop signing ngathi. Or maybe beka phuma ethunda umntwana or emajazi.
Oh, wow.
And then today we also celebrate
Kimang, Waribototo.
Christmas So we also celebrated Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson, he was an American singer, songwriter, dancer, and someone who gave to charity. Now we all know about that one. People called him the king of pop, and he's seen as one of the most important cultural figures of the 1990s. His music career lasted about 40 years, and he helped break racial boundaries in the US, becoming famous all over the world. He changed how music was performed by combining singing, dancing, and fashion, and made moves like moonwalk, roboto, and anti-gravity lean popular. Many people considered him the greatest entertainer ever because of his success and influence. Now, he was also born on the 29th of August in 1958, and then he unfortunately passed away on the 25th of June in 2009, and he would have been 67 years old today. An interesting fact, Michael Jackson once tried to buy Marvel Comics so he could play
Wow.
So he can play Spider-Man in a movie. Yep. He wasn't just the king of pop. He wanted to be a superhero.
He Maranji. I saw if he was saving those kids or what he was doing, but he was doing something.
He'd be moonwalking on the buildings, my bro. Imagine Michael Jackson Spider-Man.
But yeah, man, but Chris Brown speaks about how he was hugely influenced by Michael Jackson. I mean, most of the 90s stars that we the R&B stars that we liked, Abu Asha, Mario. I mean,
it's a lot. They were all influenced about
you could tell, Jay Guti, Michael Jackson influenced a lot in pop culture. But yeah, I don't know about that other stuff. But yeah, I see
Spider-Man,
Yeah,
Anyway.
surviving Neverland.
And then we're also celebrating Amos Fish Mahlalela. Amos Fish Mahlalela is a South African politician from Mpumalanga. He served as Deputy Minister of Tourism from 2019 to 2024 and was a member of Parliament for the ANC from 2014 to 2024. A former anti-apartheid activist, he joined government in 1994 and held various roles in Mpumalanga's provincial leadership. In 2023, he became the chairperson of the ANC's Veterans League in Mpumalanga. Now, he was also born on the 29th of August,
Yeah.
29th of August in 1962, and he's turning 63 years old. Interesting fact, he was a freedom fighter in Umkhonto weSizwe, the armed wing of the African National Congress during apartheid. In the 1980s, he went into exile and received military training in Ethiopia, Angola, and the Soviet Union. After returning to South Africa, he carried out underground operations and was later arrested and detained.
Wow, man.
Weird, man.
Celebrating struggle icons right here, man. Happy birthday. And of course, if you're also celebrating.
I have two more.
Is there someone else?
They're not there. They're on my phone when I relax.
Why are they on your phone and not on the call sheet?
And then today we're also celebrating Jack Black.
Oh, yes. I love him. Kung Fu Panda.
So Jack Black is an actor, comedian, and voiceover artist, producer, and musician who was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor for his role in School of Rock. His other films credits include High Fidelity, King Kong, Saving Silverman, Goosebumps, and Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yes.
Now, yes, he returning 56 years today. And then the last person that we also have is Honey Boo Boo.
Really? Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, Honey Boo Boo's
had
turning
grown,
20, man. She's grown.
grown.
She's turning 20. Now, most of us, excluding Musi. So most of us
Maybe
know Honey Boo Boo because of the old beauty pageants that used to play on TLC. Yes, man. So she became best known as the star of TLC. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. The pilot episode of a show attracted 2.2 million viewers in 2012, and in 2018 she'd compete in an inaugural season of Dancing with the Stars Junior. Her real name is Elena Thompson. Yes, man, but hey, she's had a lot of things going on with her mama, man.
Hey,
family
I
drama.
saw it.
Drama, guys, in the family drama, ihlala elite, and I'm always here for that. So right now, so just before we go for an ad break, let's just give you words of inspiration, right? So our words of inspiration today is rise with intention, move with purpose, rest with gratitude. Today isn't just another day, it's your canvas. I repeat, rise with intention, move with purpose, rest with gratitude. Today isn't just another day, it's your purpose. And then our quote for today is, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And this is a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Of course, man, serving up that Friday motivation to get that weekend started. Because whether you're at work and you're pretending to work because it's the end of the week and would see, you're hustling out there on the streets, making things happen. Or trying to think about your next move. Those words of inspiration are for you. Let us take that quick break and we'll be back, because our first guest has arrived. And you know what? She has arrived in style.
Yeah,
so
man,
don't go anywhere. hashtag Fashion Fridays. And of course, we are here with our guest who is fashionable and fabulous. She is a designer, right? And she is doing amazing things in the fashion space. And because Mina, you know what? Nyathanda ukuthi things must be done by the people themselves. I want her to introduce herself to you guys and of course let you guys know what she does. And of course, from there, nizobona kahle kahle. Get to know a little bit and maybe see if she can, step up, upgrade your style game. But you know what? Let's give a warm Vooka welcome to Kensani Mbuli, the fashion designer right here on the fashion blog today. How are you, Kensi? How are you, my sister?
I'm good. And yourself?
I am well. I hope, make love to that mic, sis. Yes, there you go. I'm sure everybody is wondering who what you do. And of course, what it is exactly, you're about. But yeah, let them know ukuthi ubani and of course introduce yourself as Ukensani.
Okay, my name is Kensani Mbuli. I'm 34 years old. I'm the founder and the CEO of Kensy's Creations.
Yes, and Kensy's Creations is where exactly?
It's based in Topical.
Really?
Yes.
Hi, girl.
I know.
So choose group and I didn't even know that. I think
Relax, yes.
Relax
Ukuthi ujabule kangakanani because amngena ngethepiso manje uthole tag team partner.
That is beautiful. Ngiyakuthanda Kelo. Thank you so much, for representing out there, man. Women doing amazing things. Of course, she is the founder and CEO of Kensy's Creations, born and raised in the vibrant village of Maritene. She founded even in a fashion emergency. Who's one person nje life yakho like nyamazi mhlawumbe I've got a small younger sister uthanda ukuthatha impahla zami and yazini uyazimosha and I will never, but because I know dressing up, getting dressed is a communal act. Some people will be like, yo Kelo, angithandi outfit yakho ngale sicathulo, wear this shoe rather. With us women kunjala ngithi siyagqokisana,
So, sorry guys, the thing stopped here. Vegas gave us a bit of a problem.
Okay.
So we're gonna start all over just in the introduction and just get into the conversation.
We're gonna start from the beginning.
Yes, just to get just an introduction who Kensani is, and then you can get into the story.
Okay. But now Mos is on. Wow. Okay, you see when Musi's on the technicals, sizoba nama bloopers aso. Sizoba nezinto eziso. Ulokhu busy. Uyangimisa athi stream angazi kwenzakalani kwasha kwacima.
And that time akakumisa thi I'm looking khona manje si live Joe uyakumisa ne si live.
I'm like, okay.
And then I'm also taking over.
Stop for a second.
Oh, okay, cool. I see he's learning. Ufunda ngathi. Yes, funda makwela. But yeah, I see you guys are coming in on the comment section saying with Bukhosi Maselwa saying we rise. Oh, and we have just gotten a Vooka Nation member, guys. Somebody just joined the Vooka Nation as a member. Uthandeka Mlangeni. Thank you so much, Thandeka Mlangeni, man.
So
welcome to
Kensi.
Wow, Kensy's people, man. Thank you for showing the love. Thank you for showing the love. Thandeka Mlangeni, thank you for becoming a Vooka Nation member. Welcome to the Vooka Nation Silver. And of course, thank you, Nelly, for blessing us, Nyana. Since it's payday weekend, to blessing us, Nyana, with like a 70 rand Nyana super chat. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. This is what you get, man.
No mam Thembi abo madlisa bethu.
Hey,
you guys.
Bora mureki.
Kibareki barona re ka se ba bori ba tla ba specha tsida.
Thina sibhejwa abanye abafazi asazila. They always say abafazi ababheji, but the women on the Vooka Nation bayasibheja thina, so asazi ngani man. But thank you so much, man, Thandeka Mlangeni, for being part of the Vooka Nation. You have just joined to be a Vooka Nation Silver member. Woo! yazini siyanithanda bafazi, man. Women's Month. This is what Women's Month is about. We uplift each other, we elevate each other, we hold space for each other, we support each other, we love each other. It's just nje love, ubu sisterhood nje la, you know. But then ubu Khesi Marcelo is coming in to say, good morning, Vooka team. Hello, Obutwarona. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Happy TGIF, because thank God it's Friday.
At least now he's
And
back
of
to
course-
using his own account.
And then obviously Uneliswa, on top of that, super chat of 70 rand, she comes in to say happy Friday fam. Maybe she's giving us that 70 rand for a happy hour drink nyana, for aba mele ba yesanka.
2 beers. Na ke tswa ka tse itre ke sala ka chincha ditwa.
Ooh, but Luna. But yeah, man, we're still in conversation with Ukensani Mbuli, affectionately known as Kensi, and the founder and CEO of Kensi's Creations. And of course, she was born and raised in the vibrant village of Marite in Bushbuck Ridge in Mpumalanga. And I know you caught all of that, despite Musi saying you didn't. So we're gonna move on, because I was still trying to ask her, right, who that one person she knows in her life. She can never, even though, as Tina Bafazi, siyaxokisana, right? But who's that one person empilweni yakho you're like, I would never let this person borrow my clothes, even if they had a fashion emergency. Maybe because they won't represent me well, or maybe because bayamosha. You can name and shame, it's okay. Or it's okay, it's okay,
I have
man.
that person, because obviously, like, people who are close to me, we're not the same body type.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say I have anyone. I wouldn't borrow my clothes.
Oh, because abangeni. It's not because you can't. It's abangeni.
And I pay to ya chabulu. It's your thank God. Agna mutozo ti Kensi. Please borrow me a shirt, a dress. Like nah.
So you're a designer, right? And that is considered slow fashion because it's designed per customer request, right? So have you ever panic bought something where now you went and fast because you know what, izinto azihlangani when it comes to the sewing machine? Have you ever had to go and buy something quickly and you immediately regretted it, nje? Have you ever done that, nje? As a fashion designer, have you ever gone and you bought something way, not self? Because now this is how we're getting to know you and how you operate when it comes to, fashion and how you dress yourself. Because, of course, your clothes are made per the customer's design. And, working with people, we're not all the same. And you'll always be met with different kinds of people. But, since you're doing slow fashion, is there anything you've ever panic bought or as a fast fashion item and immediately you are like, oh,
yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But online.
Oh, tell us the story, sis.
No, it's more turning into online. Sometimes what you see is not what you get.
Yes.
So I have that item that still stay, like it's a say wardrobe namanja. I haven't worn it because it was not making sure. So
and then now, like, what was it? Was it a dress? What item was it?
A trouser.
From
must I name?
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you get it. Don't name.
Just know that it's pants, TC. Mabangazala bathi bazosua. Hey, TC, it's pants, baba.
Anyways, since you're a designer and we all start something, from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
So what was the first outfit or that you ever created? And do you have a picture, maybe on your socials that we can go to?
Can I please have my phone?
Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
That was a dress that I made for myself. So when I started,
Mm-hmm.
I I made a dress when I went to church. Yo.
Was it for church? What so like
Yes.
can you talk to us about the memories behind this garment? Like how did you create it? How did it come to be?
So actually, this dress was a project from school.
Okay.
So labing funda khona, they used to give us projects. Okay, this week you're making a skate. This week you're making a dress, whatever. So this one was a project from school. I was supposed to make a dress. So because I was attending Ngama Saturdays only, I couldn't finish on that day, on that Saturday. I
Okay.
went back home and then I finished it at home. And then on Sunday, I was like, I'm going to rock this at church.
Yeah.
This is my first design. I'm going to rock it at church. And then I did. And the comments, the love that I received was so amazing. So
Okay.
here's the picture.
Please send it to our WhatsApp so that we can show everybody what your first design looked like. And we can celebrate you because I'm sure like so coolile manje.
I have.
Okay, speaking about the fact that it's so cool in terms of your designs, what are the inspirations that you go through when you make a certain dress? Where do you draw inspiration for the beautiful clothes that you make? Actually, let me just phrase it like that.
Yeah.
So basically, when I design a dress, usually if it's a request from a customer, they usually come with designs. Like
Design examples,
yes, example this is what I want. So what I do is for us not to copy the design exactly as it is, because obviously when they come with that design, it's from another designer. So to avoid
Plagiarism?
Yes, I advise clients, how about we make it like this, change this and that, so that we can make it be unique and be yours.
Yes.
Yes.
And then please, a lot happens in the studio, so I know it gets a little bit distracting, but don't pay attention to like the things happening in the background, because definitely you will lose your train of thought. Guba busy la. That's what live broadcasting is about. Guba busy, you busy nje. But so like let's just get like you saying your inspiration comes from where? Your designs. You say your inspiration comes from where?
I said usually when I design, clients comes with they come with designs like a picture.
Yes.
They show me. So what I do to avoid copying those designs, because obviously my bezana design they're from a different designer.
Yes.
So what I do is I advise my clients, how about we change this dress? If maybe like say it's just a bob shoot that doesn't have a sleeve, how about we add a sleeve, beads? Let's decorate it like this. Let's change there and there. And then also we make it suit your body type.
Yes.
Body
Understand?
sculpting.
Yes.
Yeah, like you said, so your clothes are actually meant to fit the person's silhouette so they feel very
Yes.
comfortable
Yes.
in their own skin, right?
Yes.
And I like that. It's very interesting. So can you also walk us through your design process and concept before you even reach the final product? Because we know that as much as you can have an example of what the customer wants or what the client wants, the design process in its own self, sometimes it's strenuous. What do you do when a client comes in, get the last minute changes? I don't know, so it's a sleeve, okay, it's a maybe cross, because with the fashion trends that are happening right now, I've seen like a whole lot of dresses that have like huge collars, shoulder pads, and I'm like, okay, what's happening? Design is weird. So what do you do when a customer comes in with a last minute change and you're like 50 or 90, you're like 80 or 90% done with the dress?
So I haven't encountered that.
Lucky
I say
you.
yes. What I've came across is clients who come in last minutes, like I need dress in last minute. Maybe let's say it's 3 days before the event. That's the reality
Pressure.
of being a fashion designer. So you need to be able to handle such pressure. Yes. So
Mina, what I want to know, right, because we're going into Heritage Month, and I'm sure ukuthi bazoza bathi Kelo ngicela nje ungidesignele something that I can wow people with, that can show off, my heritage and of course elevate my style. If you had to create a new outfit inspired by your own heritage with a modern twist, what would it look like? Describe it for us.
the drama in that outfit.
Colors. speak colors too. I speak design.
Because I'm Tonga, ne?
Yes.
Obviously, it's gonna be very colorful, right? A lot of detailing will be there. Feathers, beads.
Wow.
Like it's gonna be very, very colorful. It's gonna be very detailed, colorful. Have beading, flowers, feathers. It's gonna
Would it be
grab
form-fitting?
attention.
Would it be form-fitting? Like,
Yes, the
So-
figure must be shown.
yes, girl, body is snatched. So,
Must be snatched.
yes. So, I know that you've reworked. Have you ever reworked like uniforms, like how people would like, hey, ngine uniform yamne yapora. Mfuna ukuthi nje uyizhuje up. Have you ever had somebody come in with like an outfit and they're like, this is something I have, right? But I want you to add details to it.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that.
They
Oh.
know Guti I design from scratch.
Okay.
So I don't do that. If I do that, brothers ohlele khoneni oyenza lo msebenzi lo yena uzoyithola phi imali. So we need to think for those people abahlele khoneni abayenza ama alterations. So mina I design from scratch. I don't do
Supporting
that.
black is
Yo.
supporting sound. You know, amen to that one, because it's not a lot of people that can actually do that. Because I know, like in my hood, there's this guy, bra. He does designs from scratch. He also does alteration. Like, ungena yonke indawo.
So that's the thing. So basically, when now you're like, no, this is my market and this is what I'm sticking to. I'm not diversifying. Looking. Have you found maybe, has that limited your business in any way? Have you ever had a time where maybe doing that has like left you with no clients?
The alteration part.
No, the part where you're like, no, I don't do alterations. Has that limited your business in any way?
It does at times because with the business that I'm doing, it's not always busy.
Yes.
Yeah, there
Slow
are seasons,
fashion.
yes, especially in winter, it's not busy. But as a fashion designer, you need to have a strategy. When it's not busy, do something that's gonna make your business busy. Like create I do collections. Let's say it's winter, I make tracksuits and advertise them because it's winter. If it's summer, it's not busy about January, February. I make t-shirts, shirts, your corsets and price them lower so that people can come in and buy in. They are already made. When you come in my studio, it's already made. You come in, fit, and then you buy. When I know Guti, I don't have my clients as afuna rock for umshato. I know Guti, I have something to pick up on.
Okay, so basically there are clothes that you make for shelves, like ready to wear clothes.
Yes, but not every time. Seasonally, like sometimes when I know Guti is not busy, I cannot make those clothes now because manje it's going.
It's about to get busy. Of course, you know, matric dances.
Abantu bayathrowa.
Heritage Day is coming up.
It's a lot. Like it's a lot.
So manje, you don't. If I go into your studio, I'm just gonna get whatever stock is left from your winter collection.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Good to Zotola, whatever that's left.
From the winter collection.
Yes.
So that's nice because at least now I know, Guti, somewhere, somehow there are collections that you make and that people can come in. So I know, you know, you not everybody likes to be dramatic. So, you know, how do you balance everyday wearable clothes with like those bold, shiny feathers? Do you know? If I'm UTC and I'm like, I see Kensani, you know, I love your design style. Maramina, simplicity is key for me. Angfuni, your shiny details. I don't want your feathers, but I want you to make me something simple, but something that when I walk in, yo, sisters, yar. Lo muntu okwenzele lento wenzele for wena direct.
The reason I make collections, it's to accommodate those who don't want those
Bold,
yes, colors and all of that. So I'm a collection wami. Usually it's an outfit you can wear when you go to work, your corporate work environment.
Okay.
It's not lawa dramatic for imishado. No, I'm a collections usually they are that.
So where can one actually go and check out e-collection? Do you have like an online store? How do you do your marketing? marketing?
No, I don't have an online store, but I do market my business via Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, also on TikTok.
So, oh, nice. So, the address of your studio, because I like say umuntu is like, okay, nyamuza ati, like there's simple things and there's something that she's already designed and she's made and it's at her studio. Where exactly is your store? It's so for me, now also educate me. Ohlala lapho ngingayazi. It's the first time ngazi.
Why you ngazi?
Angazi. I'm bad. Maybe.
No, yeah. The reason why she actually doesn't know you, it's like partially because of us, cause like
Yo, guys, I come here and then
over the socials.
You see, it's just maybe my blindness.
Yeah, maybe,
yeah, but
yes.
like, where exactly at Tepisong are you?
Okay, I'm at Tepisong Phase 3.
Yeah.
3038 Gunene Street.
Oh.
If you know Musha's place, that's,
Okay.
I'm based there near Musha's place.
Do you know Musha's place?
Sis,
That's why I'm ngazi.
I'm always in the house.
That's why I'm asking. Makangekho la ngama weekend. Akayindawo uzivalele endlini.
For real,
Now I get it.
Yes, exactly. But when I step out, so now I know exactly where to go
to
get
go,
my fit, upgraded and styled up. So, if I know that there's different African styles, right?
Yes.
So, if imagine a fashion show, right, where every model represents a forgotten African style. Which one would you bring back first? What African style would you bring back first? Like maybe even from your people. Like you remember how abantu bagqoka ngakhona in back in the day and nje style it up. What African style, Njewena, do you, in your heritage, would you bring back if you had to have a fashion show?
The vintage style. I'd say, yeah. I would bring
Style sa Kofifi. So Fire Town, man.
Like, even last week I was saying with you, I saba well to go and attend
I see one
a
of your
high tea
outfits
event.
Oh, those
Yes,
are
that's
beautiful.
mine.
Yes.
Like those high tea events,
Yes.
you see where they wear amantombazana gqoke those Sophia Town dresses.
Yes,
and
the
put
pleated
their
skirts.
hand glove.
Yes, the gloves.
I think, you see, the way
Style.
she's saying it, I think it would also be nice. Imagine if she had a collection launch and then she went proper Kofifi style on it.
Yes.
So instead of having people normally, I'm giving you an idea, so I'm charging you. Yeah, but you said you're matching it. So I'm
Yes.
you
You adding flesh.
adding flesh.
Yeah.
So instead of a normal or usual runway, you actually just have like a proper tea seating, high
Yes,
tea,
yes.
and then you have a way of stationing your people. So there'd be your guests already seated, but then your models would come in, and then after that would just like take a little swirl, act like they're fixing their dresses,
yes.
and then join one table, and then girl. 150,000 because I love vintage. So when you said Kofi Vista, I'm already picturing it in my
Yeah,
head.
man.
That's what I saw in my head. I saw me rocking your clothes, going in there because me nakarata beret.
Yeah, oh, yes. Beret.
I saw myself working in there in a beret, working your because like even on Wednesday I was rocking my grandmother's skirt. It's a slit, but the slit has like buttons. So me I removed the ina. Because it just kept on moving. So I right up. So I literally tore it out and just left the skirt as it
nice.
is. So in that way, it doesn't keep on moving, and then I don't feel uncomfortable for me. So from hello. I'm a model.
Don't try.
Yes. And of course, that's what we do right here. So if you could just have one outfit or one item in your wardrobe, what would it be?
Palazzo, pants,
Yes.
and a bob tube. They know me. That's my style.
Palazzo and poop tube. Yes, yeah.
I feel comfortable in those. Like, a rocker, I can wear it, ne? But mangoge a palazzo pants and a bob tube by.
Cause you know that you can move,
Yes.
and then they're not tight, and you feel very
yes.
comfortable. No one's gonna judge you.
Flowy.
When I would for la pile because ufagi brugu and it's nice and flowy. So, girl, I get you on that one. And it's he said no, now it's under my palace.
I do. I love comfortability, man. Like to be comfortable is something that speaks to me because I must be sweating, manje. I'm in prison, manje. I must be holding my breath. So, speaking of comfortability, how do you ensure that your garments are comfortable for the wearer? Especially with the detailing, because detailing is sensitive, right? Especially when it comes to like
you see, because I saw the beautiful black dress that she just designed there. Musi just put it up. I bet it was a matric dress, right?
Ooh, that's
Mushini
beautiful.
look
And that time Musi can't even show it like Abo Banele do while we're on the show.
No, he's learning on the job. TCI. At least he's showing the pictures. He's learning on the job. TC. No, because I see that dress is like very beautiful. I don't want to lie. It's
I
very
love
elegant, up classy, and then with the one slit, it adds a touch of sexiness. And then obviously you have the broad shoulder that's open, so you can see the
Talk about
neckline,
this dress.
man.
Actually, you as the designer, tell us about this dress because as like we love it. We love the look. It
It's
looks
very amazing.
Okay, I actually designed that dress in 2 days. That's Mshini, if you guys know her. She was on Big
Wow.
Brother Mzansi.
She was on Big Brother Mzansi. Oh, so you've actually designed for some well-known people. That's good.
Yes.
That's amazing. Kudos to you,
2
sis.
days.
Kudos. You made that in 2 days.
It looks amazing.
So ngivele ngahlanganisa like the creative
Don't
mind in
move.
me.
The thing about us creatives, because things come so easily to us,
no, I
we like
just
to downplay like,
wrote it.
it's just like,
just like
but girl, making that in 2 days, is
no,
something, man. That's
man.
special.
That's something
2 days. She gave you 2 days to make that.
Yes.
So where was she wearing that to, by the way?
She was going to Ama Awards. I don't remember those awards, but yeah, she was going to Ama Awards.
Is it this year?
Yes, this year. I forgot the name of it.
I got to be a Metro Femme Awards because I remember the way
It was not
online.
Metro FM.
Yay.
It was something else, but Bugu Ama Awards, I remember.
No, she
That is a
looks
beautiful,
stunning.
beautiful
Hey.
dress. And of course, ngoba seyenzekile, you can tell us the price again. How much was it? Phela, example. For example, like okay, for me, now, like if ngise khanda lami and I'm looking at that dress example, right? Of course, you're not gonna make me exactly like that. I must have a price range in my mind. So, looking at like now that dress particularly, how much was that dress?
No, I can't give you the price.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Okay,
make a
around the rough estimate, yeah. Approximately, like how much would it cost me if I wanted something
what
like
I can
that?
say is, Ama dresses were like for metric dance.
Yes.
They start from 2K.
Okay.
Upwards.
Okay.
So
At least now we know a price range.
Yes.
Okay, you
Price
gave us
range.
something. Woo! Creatives and being like tight-lipped ngezinto. But yeah, you know, understand. You have to protect. You have to protect your brand. It's okay. I understand. So your matric dresses go around 2K. They range. They start from 2K.
Yes.
Yo, that's beautiful. I mean, I remember when I wanted to go for my matric dance and we were shopping for matric dance dresses. I remember Siet Dropini. Oh, I went to a plaza and I saw this dress and I'm like, So, and I really wanted it. It's like a wedding dress, right? Because people are like, why would I want to spend a lot of money for something I'm going to wear once? But it's something that holds memory. And you can actually wear it sometimes. Guma gala dinner. You can repurpose the outfit. Guys, Mina, style is like literally flexible. Style is about personal and creative expression. So you wear how you feel. I get it.
Yes.
So, well, today is Friday, right? Outfit of the day. So, kopa hore for someone watching right now. If bo style ayena right now, uthi azakwathi yo mngani, ngicela ukuthi ungstyle today ngiyaphuma ngiya somewhere. How would you like nje? What is an outfit you would put together for someone going out on a night in the town? Maybe let's say we are a Santon. and they will be at Sandton Square, maybe around the Michelangelo. What is something you would put together for them? Like, describe.
A palazzo pants.
Yes, Ati a palazzo pants.
And a top, a nice top, crop top, bob tube top, corset top, yeah. it will
Mr.
do.
Technician.
King, it's
Thank
Kipan.
you.
Oh. Gooby.
But
You know
okay,
what?
You know,
here
before
you
even
sink or
go
swim,
too
man.
far, TC, I see that she has some garments that she bought.
She
in,
did,
man.
and that's
So
why
we'd also
we're gonna
like
take
to
a young
see
break so that she
after the
when we
break.
come back, then she can walk us through like the designs that she brought. So again, Vooka Nation, you know what? It's a hashtag Fashion Friday, and we're keeping it fashionably fabulous here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So don't go anywhere because Kenzie is about to share some designs that she brought with her. And I know if you're a fashionable girly and you want to style, you know what? And you're looking at upgrading your style game, ungayi anyway because uKenzie usazokufaka. Plug you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.
Yo nanga so shebi nama abuti. Wana. Confuse the enemy. So right now, guys, we are back with Lesedi and Terry Pablo, Amapiano producers, who will basically be giving us a background when it comes to the world of Amapiano and especially how it has made a major impact and change in their life. So right now, just before we go a bit further, I'm gonna read their bio right now, right? So Lesedi and Terry Pablo, sound architects of the township. Oh, I like that. Lesedi is an Amapiano producer from Dobsonville whose sound is as vibrant as the streets that raised him, with a deep passion for Amapiano and the infectious rhythm of three-step. Ke santse ke batla le ntlhalosetse nna monna mapiano ke piano ke le ka dutla ba re go na le 3 step nna ke tseba 3 step le skete anyway Kenzi was say skete sa 3 step again. She's a fashion designer, so what you do in Amapiano production and what the people in the world of fashion do are two different things, and they use one name. Funny enough. Yes, as I was saying, 3-step Lesedi crafts energetic beats layered with catchy melodies that ignite dance floors and stir emotions. His music is a fusion of township soul and modern flair. Each track is a testament to his originality and love for the genre. Lesedi's signature style is bold, melodic, and proudly rooted in South African rhythm, making him a rising force in the Amapiano scene. Now, Terry Pablo began his music journey in 2017, inspired by the influence of DJ Lebzotek, a respected figure in his neighborhood. For years, Terry immersed himself in the culture, learning the craft and building a musical identity. Now, also in 2023, he transitioned into the beat making and production, bringing a fresh perspective shaped by years of listening, learning, and living the sound. Terry's approach is grounded in authenticity. His beats reflect the heartbeat of the herd, blending raw emotion with rhythmic finesse. Now, how you guys doing? Baba, ale mamel, kitse la tumele mic, we like, oh boy, come closer.
Shy.
Let's have shy. So now, you guys can't be shy. Now you're like the artists that you normally have in the studio, and you guys are like, now it's your turn.
No, I'll record. I'll mic. Distance here.
Okay, now that's the difference with us. Because we're not recording and we're doing a live show, you need to come closer to the mic so people can hear you. In that way, you're nice and audible, right? But how are you guys doing though?
We're good.
The best.
Hey, I'm a Dobsonville. That's what Musi calls it. Musi calls Dobsonville Dobsanton, which is very close to Bramfisher Kloof next to Zondi Hills. So that's his description. So okay, let me start with Mahanyani, Mankemang, Artalimmo.
Okay. So and then
It's here.
Okay, because then next says I want to go Shibile. So I'm like, okay, wait, let me first ask for a man before giving them more to Calibito a little wrong and against identity theft. I don't live on imagine. So let's say what made you tap into Amapiano or Shibile Konandi genres in South Africa? Besides South Africa as the world as a whole, there's over almost 300 genres of music that are out there. But why choose Amapiano?
okay, so first of all, I'm a piano. Before it was piano, most of the artists maybe the broken beat, the number, things like that. So hip hop also so then kakena ko kantsiki mamela taking house, going there, number. And then piano, piano 8, which is like Kalo Mamela Piano 2018. I was in grade 7.
No, I'm sure Vumbali. 2018. Now I'm getting to understand because let not get some piano. I'm sure Vumbali. I'm sure
inspiration kids who and then going Kakala production 2021. And then yeah, 2021 I started doing my own music basically. Then from more got developer, yeah, still developing, still growing and pushing, yeah, could say.
Okay, what about you, Terry?
Oh, eish. Okay, high school, 2015.
Amakanya le fedise sekolo ne. Wena nka re santsane o le ko sekolong.
Santsane pekenene wa ka.
Eh, come on, like baby face that baby face, it's giving.
Ama go feditse school.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, feditse sekele.
Aye.
Pekenene wa ka. Ke mfana ka, ke ngwana.
It's not make sure this one. This one. This baby face is not make sure.
Feditse school. The eyes with it.
Oh, ke pretty eyes. Hey, lo no bona tla la ka eno go re vele vela fetse tla. No, I'm out here with pretty eyes, man. You know, we're doing good, man.
Khata ba my sister yeah. Matlo.
Yay!
Dangerous.
I'm sure lo bona ba kena go studio ka re ba bone matle ba re no phela kutlele ba re nna producer o mo lebitsa la Haikele Sadie. Oh my gosh. I saw the eyes. Hi Sadie. So I can sing, right? I'm sure you get one of those. Yes.
Not really.
Okay, so Terry, you're still explaining how did you find your love for music?
All right, 2015. Okay, I always wanted to be a DJ. Yeah, and then this guy came into my like he was my friend basically, DJ Lebzotik. But me tell Stoke from Okasi. So he introduced me to this other guy, Masinya Tip, which is the goat Yamokasi. Time share number. Orange ish akitwetala mara better number. And then 2023 production. I was a vocalist at first. I didn't get one. I'm not vocalist in. I thought better, man. We thinking because of the vocalist, but the kapa, man. No,
So
so I give out to copy you and so give out to na producer.
Emaganyen ba di kapa ya nyano.
I am fit the vocalist, but the kapa, Joe.
O chuja because o rutsele di vocalist mo stationing se. So emaganya no go re bolele gore ba re kapa ya.
Mamela, phela track ne.
Okay.
Ke 100%, which is 50-50. Wa tlhaloga.
Yes.
So wena like no, na ke tlile mo studio sa. A re ntse track really 10. Wena o tsa 50% a answer because of the masters di belong ako we. Then go na really 7. Tsantse re share la 50%. Wa tlhaloga. So music is like a track, it's divided into two, 50-50. So yeah.
So gantle nna ke le the singer songwriter ke shwela re lona le berekile beat le 7.
Go kapa.
So ke shwela ntho ne ya sa le batlong kapa. That time nna ke tlile ke re ke tlo sebetsa le Terry eno tli o berekile le Sedi alata le Bzotic alata le mamang ba kena ka maaso ro gantle lona le ropa nna.
Not necessary. Ke re ba re patala school fees wa bona. Ke school fees.
School fees.
Ba tla ga heartbeats but better I get school fees.
Wow. Okay, so you
But it depends. We see sometimes high kapa necessary, like as producers or vocalists. Sometimes the relation between the vocalist and the producer or the producers leads on that kapan. We could make a song and then Kausa and be like, okay, sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 again. Same just duplicate or add something more to that to make some more quality. Like it happens very well. Like music
yeah, the music industry is very tricky.
Yeah,
that's why one thing I've also learned about myself. I think that's why I've avoided going back to the studio is because guys are very like apana. So for me, in order for me to even work with a producer, I want us to have a signed agreement that okay, you know what, raspana ka fela ne, mara jobo ke spana lwe ke nna lwena.
Yeah.
I split 50-50. I get to split that 30-70 because I am personally working with you because I trust or have faith in the beats that you can produce as much as you have faith in me being a vocalist that will do something amazing on top of the beat that you produced. So for now, until you get a producer or a contract, what's about police station really satisfy? Get satisfy or certify? Ah, ke munsu bra. Really satisfy. So we're going to certify the document to make it like a legally binding contract. Yeah. So until then, the studio can miss me.
Because of Rona self right top as the artist. The artist like track it's divided into 50-50. wa tlhalohanya. So ona re ithopa re tsa bo di 25%, 25%. Ona re una di masters 50% ke ya rona.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Lona le di vocalist 50% ke ya lo. Tsantse le bona lona le split up ya.
Okay, so again, trust step. Like I said, trust stepping me, I know the skirt, not what a 3-step is when it comes to the producing part of Amapiano. What exactly is a 3-step?
Trust step bona sketanyana se sa John Vooka wa bona ke re sena di line nyana wantswa. So trust step e mixed le afro tech wa tlhalohanya. So that's when it came from like it's a 3-step.
Oh, so a 3-step is basically a mixture of different genres infused to make one whole beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not a producer, so I want to learn. And then for any of our viewers that are also out there and would actually also want to learn, what other things does a person need to know besides a 3-step that come into the creation or the birthing of a piano beat? What other processes do you guys may take for to reach that certain type of beat? Because I've heard that there's like different levels of Amapiano. So which level do you guys do?
Yeah, more piano, there's in the category piano, there's different genres, skidongo, soulful and stuff. But I personally did 2-in-1. Created 2-in-1, meaning it's a dynamic of 2 beats in a same song, like in one song. Like different chords in one song.
Maybe
Soulful, things like that.
I'm sure like some of my viewers also watching right now, they're asking themselves, it's Kidongo again, because for us we just and then we had
yeah, just that I don't know how to describe, but
okay, can you describe maybe with a certain song that's currently buzzing out there, or maybe this is an example of what a skidongo beat is, or what is a mixture of skidongo and soulful?
Skidongo, okay, I can make an example. What means Joe Man?
I can see the artist.
Joe Man.
Nope.
Okay, it's like a so that track is part of like skidongo.
Can I simplify?
Yes, please.
It's when you listen to Amapiano song, most of the bass lines now it's a softing and touch of.
Yeah, especially most peanuts are causes another daughter that have a bit of a soulful touch to them.
So it's, I could say the drum loop and the percussions that we add, like it's a fast part. So like that smooth bass line. I say a rough. I understand. And then while it's gija, that's where we use like percussion, like chromatic, and then the bass line rough.
So almost like your ne kana gimpine to make gumba in a way.
Something like
similar to that.
Similar to that. But Makumba, it's yeah. Well, more deep house Afro, something like that. I don't know.
Stromesi samo Vogue. Okay, and then so when it comes to the different artists, how do you handle the job of working with an artist? Because we also know that as much as it's also important for you guys to partner with an artist, so maybe your song or your beat gets known, but it's not that easy. So Lona, as producers, how do you work out to find that specific person who'll add that to whatever beat you make? Tegri?
Personally, I got trust. Yeah, so
Terry, please speak.
The artist is a buyer.
Thank you very much. Speak to the mic, because yes, muchifti sekamo because mulomo ko omo, Marianne omo.
I would say like so far since it's the artist it's a buy in terms of like Melopone, Postbizzy, Arbon, PKMZ, Lene. Yeah, the hitmaker Yamakumba. Yeah. So Hoya got trust. And then Oscar Batlo feature Ramoto or Sebete Lene on Ali negativity things. It's along. What if not positive? Now I choose to be positive on everything that I do. Right, so then hence them fanagale nege motso no. A re tlo bereka re tlo etsa so le motso. Taba tsa di contract re tla di bona after. Okay, this is how we're going to split in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I feel like communication is more important than where now we tell the decisions with you and then what's a motto after or na get decided to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where I think Refila may be betrayed and whatnot. Right,
What about you, Dilsedi?
It's the same thing. Karen Nalen, it's a level A1. Positivity, trust, and being honest to each other. Going into it, that's the main objectives behind.
So it's safe to assume that you guys work in the same studio and you're co-producers, right?
Yes.
Have you guys ever had a little quibble? Literally, you trying to produce a beat and then they say, no, marantana mamelo. When I sonso go kene e pele before go latela angare teng yana bona do se kan ka teng teng. O ka re kile ba ba teng mo le sa utlwane le ro khebetse ke re tla bona ka o sane vele vele.
Next. Eish, a gona ga utlwana. Blind.
If kaki utlwisisi.
One thalwa.
I try to be unique, just change the sound or whatever it is. Give me the location. Yeah, I sounded right. This is off key. Can I fix 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Learn is the same thing. So Rabontana, whatever anything there is. Unless a span, it's okay. Still, 1 point again, like yeah.
Garlam freelona. Any quarrel.
Next.
Not ever baking yana.
No,
I think like the communication is key. So,
at the end of the day.
La re lo bereka le batho ga bua mfano okay fandage re tla bona style se lo sa etsa la fandage re tla ka sone wa itlhalohanya until go fetsuwa di project tse di tloetsiwang and then afterwards rona re tla bona re create but most definitely o tlotswa mollo vele wa itlhalohanya.
But young producers are definitely making their stand or putting in their mark when it comes to the beautiful and amazing world of Amapiano. Now, another thing that I also want to know is that how do you guys compete with like all the different producers that are actually popping out there? Because one thing, as much as we know that there's a genre called Amapiano, but one thing for sure is that it has a lot of people contributing to it. So how do you make sure that you guys always stay on top of your game so that your tracks or your sound stays relevant to the people out there and also to whoever that you'll be making the song with?
On that, now I would say, okay, nage mamela di track tse pa, so I cannot genre long so that's where you get like creativity from listening to other songs. I can say, okay, Rona, upcoming artist, we very talented. The boring thing about big artists, personally, I feel like the influencer because of they are big, no music abone, so you are going country A1,
bubblegum music.
Yeah, so Rona as upcoming artist, country different. Why one? So le kanake mang this guy youngster ubila actually last or like the young upcoming artists, they're very talented in a way. Even big artists don't recognize the young artists because of now maporisa wabona like batho ba ba rata music and now would say to them baska mamela music because of libito la motho le reng. That's not that you're not listening to music. For me personally, you don't love music.
You're just there for the hype.
Yeah, you don't have the connection with music. Right, now we do music again too. Yeah. So skaya kalibito. Like listen to the younger ones. They also have something. Like rabapaya mo gaming, balong, really talented, and like even the big artists, if they would give us a chance, they would see your talented paya. Talented paya. Hence, the young artists it's a paya no tse di tlang mo gaming di kapiwa ke di artists tse di big. Why one? So
that's very interesting. So to you, Lesedi, what would you say besides the genre Amapiano, what other musical elements or where else do you draw inspiration in terms of other genres? Which other genres inspire you to make your sound?
Okay, so it's house. Yauka like a house, and then the second one, Maraki Mamit, I see you. I keep saying, EDM.
ED what now?
EDM.
Huh?
EDM.
Oh, okay, is in EDM king.
I can explain it.
I know it's a genre, but I've never heard of a genre called EDM. Hence, I'm asking.
It's infusion of house, ne? But most of the time, kibo man. But somewhere around house, the concept of house.
Okay, I've gotten that because one thing that I've also started getting in touch with is Arabic house.
The
Because
country music, I also listen.
bruh. So for now, it's Arabic house. Funny enough, which is a genre that I think you guys would actually be interested in. Arabic house, that thing, it's actually quite interesting. It has a touch of old school and then a mixture of electro, pop, and a bit of dubstep in there. So man, I think when I got like EDM, like old school house,
Yeah, it's around.
you would definitely listen to that one. Hey, guys, man. Okay, so if an artist would like to work with you guys, what is the process of doing that? Because we know one thing for sure, Guti, as much as you guys will probably want to grow your brand, there is actually maybe a price to it, or maybe for the first time, if it's somebody that's still new, you just want to basically look what you guys can first create first before you can even start charging. How does it work out?
We don't charge, first of all, ne? And a lot of upcoming artists, they're about to span a lot. Just that most of the time, really personal things they look busy at all, and ibakari like no, which is a disadvantage.
Garala swenga.
Yeah, garala swenga. I understand. Because kari busy, lina busy, and then haritola na kimuriba. And a more tola kore soga maybe that certain person can kupiling ubila ba show gore mfetu. Ke le batla le di two. And then rates amend the logo na gore like we have to go. So ba bang ha re post retsa e ba ka rena ke ba tlogela morago, which is I see yona ntho eo babo, and a re charge a re tsene, we just like wanna work, just that time you want to bolaya.
Time is a problem.
Each and every like most of everything you read.
Excuses, sorry about that one, because I understand it's not easy, because the same goes for me. Since the year started, I actually haven't had time to go and perform. I feel so very ashamed of myself.
Also, we just released 2 singles. It's Batini and a movie. We didn't even get time to promote. Like the song is pushing out there, but the problem is that when it comes to content, going into a lot of like I can go for you because of it the video, like it needs time, that thing. Like marketing strategy, everything, like you have to be on point.
Yeah.
That's one thing at the moment. But however, we working on that, we're still fixing and quality but my consent they got on.
Hey man, I hope you guys get the promotion for the 2 singles and that people get to listen to them. And obviously, if you're also an up-and-coming artist, Konalai Soweto or Konalai Dobsonville, and you actually like to work with them, man. You heard they don't cost a thing. All they need is your time and dedication, and obviously patience. Because now we're not busy now, so it all has to do with the right timing, and obviously when the universe provides, the timing shall definitely happen. So if anybody wants to contact you in terms of doing a track with you guys, maybe if you debate to offers try to shoot a music video for you guys or anything like that, how can anybody get a hold of you in terms of your social media handles? Do you also have like a WhatsApp business number that you can give out so people know exactly to contact you?
Number WhatsApp
if you feel comfortable, of course.
Yeah.
Anyhow, as long as they still get connection from us. So They can go to our pages via Instagram. It's Lesedian Pablo official, and then same thing as Facebook. And then in TikTok, it's Sedi and Pablo. Yeah.
Same.
So when it comes to like personal contacts, DM us because of go di bua mo le be re bua ba go gana mo nthong tle ba nshebile mo DM us via the pages. So yeah, it is simple yalo. Ta re bua ke ene next
Ke bathong ba ra ba soka ba lwana na ba ya lo showing ngamana. No
No, I
man.
don't have beef. Like just that some you see ke motho mong o le gore o ignore when it comes to like WhatsApp gape, you understand? So o can text no nka tsa le 10 days sa go gape o go ga ba mo le so le betsile ka nna. That's the one thing about me.
I'll try le nna fela.
Oof, now that's very bad,
That's why I
man.
get like re busy ka tsile gore like le phone ya WhatsApp ba eo.
Hey, no, man, I heard that. Hey. So, guys, I hope you heard the two amazing gems that we just heard right now, coming in straight from Dobsonville. And obviously, they are up and coming rising stars when it comes to the world of Amapiano production, man. And they have worked with some pretty influential people. And of course, they're also open to also working with other upcoming young artists who are also keen on making their own stamp when it comes to the music industry. But one thing that is far most important is that patience is key. Ungathi when you go through the DMs, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, ucabanga ukuthi abanye abantwana bakushaya ngebhomu, hayi ukuthi bakushaya ngebhomu, ukuthi impilo isuke ibusy nyana. So patience definitely goes a long way, man. So I hope you enjoyed that wonderful and fantastic interview. Not forgetting that you must stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because we are still yet to see UTC, our Bridgerton princess, wearing a prom dress. Wearing a prom dress at this moment, and obviously not forgetting that we are also going to go into the kitchen to see Ubitumela make that amazing hard-boiled egg salad, man. But right now, so we're going to switch over to TC with the dress, Madame Stromesi, man. Anyway,
Oh my goodness. This is the tightest dress that I've ever worn, and it's beautiful. What I'm loving about it, inside the color, man, it's bright, right. Ian, the things.
Give it, turn around. But now I'm going to
Give us a young Yana 360.
No, but we need to see the back of the dress. So young
Okay, well, I'll allow her to explain. She will turn me around.
yeah, but don't rush. Young and nice and slow.
Yeah, no, she will turn me around so she can explain to you guys what this dress is.
Oh, okay. This is a mermaid dress. This is a dress that you can wear to a gala dinner event. You can wear it as a cometric dance as well. So it has a detachable bow at the back. You can turn around so that you can see it. This bow, you can take it out and then in again. It's detachable. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, what I'm loving most about the dress is this detail right here. So, Kana, what's this called? An invisible cleavage.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, I know my Spanish.
Kanjani maricho ipumile lapho nyayibona.
Invisible.
These are lace.
Sorry, me I was looking at the actual one.
Because this is called an invisible cleavage lace, yes, so that you don't see it looks almost. And of course, you have a tail. So this is the tail.
So you can
It's not
put
a cape.
I'll show you.
Oh,
TC Stanugundiza, Joe. Me, I thought it was It looks amazing, man. I like the purple. It looks amazing, man. I like the purple. And then you also look at the pearls.
It's from this. Oh, okay.
Ah, velo unuthanda mashine. Yes, man. So you were saying that that is actually a detachable tail. You know, I thought it was a cape, eh?
No, it's not a cape. It's actually a tail. You can
Would I be able to put it on this dress?
Yes, let's just
Okay, let's put it on this dress.
Uthanda izinto.
Oh, no ways. Guys, my waist is too wide. Wow.
Oh. So the tail gives us like an extra dramatic effect, right?
Yes, that's if you want extra drama.
So I can either put the tail on the side or just let it at the back.
So this one is actually designed for the side.
Okay.
Yes, both sides.
Because I know me and creativity, I would have put it all the way at the back. So I'm going to use stromace.
This thing will come in front and it won't make sense. You see this thing?
Oh, the buttons. Okay.
Designed for the side.
Tisu ka re ke bona ba re go nyala Motswana. Wa bona ke di color schemes tsa Batswana tse. This beige is the color scheme ya Batswana because beige is like so in, especially right now when it comes to like Setswana, traditional Setswana weddings. Like the beige is one of the most things, one of the color, the most colors in terms of traditional cloth that they're choosing right now when they get married. So trust me, I would have stolen the spotlight from the bride with that dress.
Well, nah, definitely. Like, thank you, Kenzie. These are beautiful designs. And of course, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we will be looking for models soon.
But obviously, you already have the two of us first. Yeah. So before we even find any more extra models, we just know that me and Tisa will definitely be modeling for Kenzie's beautiful creations. But one thing I know for sure is that Kofifi thing, I am there. And you 150K for that idea, my sister. 150K. We're going places. La Palace, say cafe. You just need the place. But otherwise, the idea is there. TC, as a prime creative director, I know you'll definitely execute what I'm thinking in my head and what Kenzie also has to offer. So, man, right now, please do not move, do not nyagaza, because we're just gonna take a little smalling and a break. But just before we go for the break, I'm gonna head over to a YouTube channel, and we have Uzinzi Elizabeth coming through. Good morning, team. We had no electricity, and it just came back now. But Sivugile, I've missed out on the show, but we'll catch up. Happy Friday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And then we also have another message from Muzinzi Elizabeth saying, TGIF, thank God it's Friday and happy Friday, Vooka Nation and team. Wishing blessings upon you all and a happy weekend. And then Uzinzi, we are foot at, oh wow. Do you see that garment on you, girl? Shout out to the designer. That dress is giving. You know, it's giving.
She was like, hey.
Yeah, TC. Yeah, man. Best not to be extra.
This is such a beautiful dress, especially this edition. Especially beige.
Yes, matches.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Kafuzo rata di kala wena. TC, are you sure that you're not tonga inside?
Baby, deep down.
You never know. Elvias, we are all Asians here in South Africa, man. So right now we're going to head over for a short break, but hopefully when we come back, we'll also be heading over to the kitchen to see what Chef Bidumel is actually making in the kitchen. So right now I heard that she's making a hard-boiled egg salad. And I see ukuthi so far maqanza phumile. Hey, ngono busy lapha ngeavocado. Ngishiyele lapho Bidumel ne ubusy ngeavocado. So we're going to quickly head over to the kitchen right after the break. Don't move, don't nyagaz, because we are coming back. And yes, I am still going to give you the gig, guys. So to khona tseba gore di wa kae. Wana ga o tsamaya le go ipsinya le ba kwara ba go tseba gore wena wa go etela kae. And o sa le ba le gore o dulontswe phepile ebile o dulontswe le safe ka re batlo go bona gape manta ga re bua teng ha. Mara gona no ra bua ska ba tsamaya. Welcome back, Vooka Nation. Like I said, I'm going to bring you the gig guide. And firstly on our gig guide, we're starting out with the African Freedom Station out there in Soweto. And they'll be having KJC Sundays. And then there'll be an album tour that is happening out on Sunday. And then a ticket will only cost you 50 Rand from Quick Ticket and 70 Rand at the door. I hope you guys are ready for that one, because African Freedom Station is actually pretty cool, man, because also have like an art gallery that's happening out there. And then the second poster from African Freedom Station, now this one is happening out tomorrow at African Freedom Station. It's the L8 Antique. Now this is an amazing band. So right now, so the tickets for this one are like a bit pricey, yeah, because it's 150 on Quick Ticket and it'll be 200 Rand at the door. So I hope you purchase a ticket on Quick Ticket instead of paying for your ticket at the door, man. And then obviously now a last poster from the African Freedom Station is an event that is happening today. Now this event is called this event is the Nkoto Malibuye with is an event with Nkoto Malibuye with other amazing people here. We'll be having some poetry and obviously some indigenous instruments that will also be played out there, man. So I hope you're gonna have fun. And then this one, the tickets are 150 online and 200 at the door. And this concert or this amazing show starts at 7 p.m. And then, man, guys, and I hope you guys gonna go out. So actually all the events except for the Sunday event. So the Sunday event at the African Freedom Station starts at 2 p.m. and then the Saturday event starts at 7 p.m. and then the event that they have going on today is also starting at 7 p.m. and it will also be having Shaman's Heart Presents Poetry Pop-Up Store. Now this one is happening on Sunday. It'll be at 28 Plain Street, Johannesburg. Now there'll be some merchandise exhibitions that'll be happening there, and obviously a bit of poetry to also go with everything, man. So you'll be having the Itongo experience starting out at 11 a.m., moving on from 1 p.m. and then finishing it off at 4 p.m. I see that two of my friends will actually be performing there. Ukush Mahlega will also be performing there, and not forgetting Utepo Molefe. Man, it's going to be amazing. Those are just some two great and amazing poetry giants that are also out there doing an amazing thing. And then for tomorrow, we'll be having the Love Affair with Amkelani. Now, as you also know, that Amkelani is also an amazing Soweto-based songstress who's also worked with some major brands out here in South Africa. So this event is happening at the House B&B out in Orlando, and the address is 7104 Kulela Street, Soweto. And then the event is called the Love Affair with Amkelani. So this is actually the third one because she does this on a yearly basis. It's happening tomorrow, and then tickets start from 50 Rand. Please, all tickets are at 50 Rand, and then it's 100 Rand at the door. And then if you want to also get yourself a space for your stall, a store space is actually going to cost you 250. Now she'll also be featuring some amazing Soweto giants that we also know, Abosia Shezi and Utubati. So it'll be amazing, man. I hope you guys are going to go out and have fun. And don't forget to be safe, because right now, you know what, as much as Lintra a groove, this weekend I decided to just be, very nice and earthy, go back to my artistic side and give you something that is more laid back, chillax, the groove monate, why. So sometimes you just need to relax, come back to yourself, and for those amazing moments, what better way to experience it on a poetry level or a live band level, man. So it's going to be amazing. I hope you guys are going to stay tuned, and obviously because, man, we still have a lot more coming back, man. And then we have on our YouTube channel, we have Uteno Lokosi saying she designed my wedding dress. Big up to Kenzie. Hey Kenzie, what decided on my wedding dress? Ka go bona wena I'm sure no shapa step go lenyalong. No se strome isije. I can see the whole time. No designer, man. Thank you very much for Tanulutu for sending out that amazing shout out. But yes, man. So it's almost about time for us to cross over to the kitchen to see what's cooking when it comes over to the salad. And then obviously we're going to interview Ubu Dumelo so that she can also let us know about her amazing journey in the cooking world and how she actually found her love and passion in the kitchen, man. So we're going to take a young short break, but after that, we're moving on to the kitchen to see what's cooking. We'll be right back. Don't move, man.
Yes, ma'am. And as you can see, she's preparing all the food that we're going to be enjoying on this last Friday of August, man. And we're saying goodbye to the winter season. And after this coming weekend, we're going to be saying hello springtime, having such a great time. So with that being said, let's jump straight in so that you and I can figure out what we're preparing this morning. And all of this great food that we're preparing is going to be induced and spiced up with the great tasting spices of Amapelepele Spices for Africa. So with that being said, hello Bitumelo.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm excited. I will tell you, I'm one of those people, I'm not so great go kitchening. Nah. So I'm the help. I'll get like two something, you know. But look, talk to me. I see quite a lot of things here. A lot is going on, right? Of course, we have our Amapelepele sauces. We have our Amapelepele spices. But what are we preparing this morning?
Okay, the keke egg salad.
Egg salad. Okay,
Yes.
I've heard egg salad. I've never had it myself. But I'm seeing tomatoes here, right? I am seeing
Avocado.
I am seeing cucumber. Of course, we have our boiled eggs already, which we've gotten prepared. Cheese. Cottage cheese and olives.
Olives,
Okay.
yeah.
And then I'm seeing red and white onions.
onion.
And then is this lettuce?
Lettuce.
I see. And then assumingly, because I've seen it quite a lot of times, we've made use of it quite a lot of times, that is spice seasoning. Spice seasoning. Ah, right, lovely. And then of course right here we have green, yellow, and then we just chopped up some red peppers. Okay, so where do we start? Here. I'm following you. Talk to me. Where do we go from here?
Normally start a
lettuce. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we can go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. So rice shredder, okay.
And then it was like a onion and peppers.
And the peppers.
Yes.
Okay. So talk to me. There's someone who's watching, who's listening, is very interested in how batong o sweet tumelo. Wait a guy body egg salad. Like it's at Dobsonville ke le musi wena o tswa Midlands. Where do you come across this dish from?
Like sometimes you just need a light breakfast.
Okay.
How it's but
Yeah.
you just have to mix maybe and a bit of veggies somewhere there.
Yeah. Okay, very interesting. I love that.
Yeah.
Body snook fish, body white leaf. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so we're not only bitumelo. Because like earlier, Afroperi was hanging out le Sedi, le Pablo, right? And then TC was also spending time le Kensani. All of these people who are involved got space into different inspiration. I want to hide one, right?
Yes.
Where does your love for being in the kitchen come
For
from?
food.
Yeah, for food.
Home, like we are
Foodies.
besides foodies.
Okay.
Like, business minded.
Oh wow.
Yes. So my inspiration for food came from my mom. Like Mamaka used to cook like different kinds of food, and then I like the chomi.
Yes.
Like Indians, he used to associate really my India mostly.
Oh wow.
And yeah, gonna up in her workplace. So they would show her the dishes.
Very
different kinds of
different.
dishes, and
Oh, wow.
So Hansa up here, we get to eat those food and the aroma, everything. The way
Interesting,
I
I can imagine. The
It
flavors.
appeals, yes.
Yeah.
But besides, yeah. So the love of cooking started from there. Like you get to see those things, and then yeah.
I love that. It's this love for being in the
Yes.
kitchen and for cooking and for food.
Yeah.
I love that. So I will tell you, I find the stories about you very interesting, you know. Because I mean, fire. You know, if you're the person I should come to, right? But there's someone who is in bitumelo and you know, ha itse gore bitumelo gore lerato la gagwe le tswa ko kae la dijo. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I always love finding out the stories about it, the authentic, man. That's so cool. But hey, besides being someone or ratang gona mo kitchening and who loves cooking and all of those things, what other spaces perhaps are you involved in outside of the kitchen, yeah, and food?
Okay, professionally, I'm an administrator.
Okay.
Yes. So it's only from last year where no, I'm not working.
Yeah.
Let me
Lerato la gago la-
shift to this thing.
Yes, full time.
Yes. And it's going well. I don't wanna lie.
Oh wow, I love that. So
Yeah.
you shifted away from the conventional 9 to 5.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's going well. It's working out thus
It's
far.
working out.
I love that because I'll tell you, I'm one of those people who's very, very big, and I condone the passions tsabatho. You know, because what I've seen, I don't say but to have and look, this is not to say gore go bereka 9 to 5 go wrong or anything, you know. But you see batho ba frustrated because motho o thola gore chances are high to
Sometimes you do something because of
circumstance. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then for me, having to get 9 to 5 and then
O tle mo
Ke le mo
businessing.
businessing.
Yeah.
It's like I thought about it. Ke ntho e ke ratang go e etsa. I cook, I bake. So why not ke develop ntho e ke ratang ke bona gore e tlo nkisa ko kae.
We etse mosebetsi wa gago.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. You're big, man. This is what we are about right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, promoting and, of course, being all, big on people following their true passions and their true callings. And as you are hearing from Bitumelo herself, she's someone who left the corporate space, who left the conventional 9 to 5, and decided to combine her love for food and, of course, the passion for business and turn it into her normal 9 to 5. And as you can see, she's preparing this great food that we're going to be tasting in a second. And you know that I never lie to you about the taste of the food that we usually cook up right here on the Vooka kitchen. I'll never lie to you. The one thing I can attest to is that the great tasting sauces and spices of amapelepele never disappoint with any of the recipes that we've prepared right here in the kitchen. Okay, so now we've shredded our lettuce, right?
Yes.
We're adding our onion now.
And then
Okay.
the peppers.
Okay.
And then cucumber and then tomato. Again. Yeah, cucumber, tomato, and then
And evo. Or the cheese.
The cheese, olives, and eggs are gonna be
The last things.
ones also.
Okay. So talk to me, cause in Naville, I'm not such a great person in the kitchen. I always try to find out from what's on about knowledge, people who've been cooking for a while. Do you follow recipes to the T? Like when I tell you measurement, half a teaspoon of what? Half a bowl of what, or a teaspoon of this, that, or when I feel. I love that. It seems like it's the thing for
like,
most of
them.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
If dilidikana, I think spices sitlo basikana, sitlo nilegang. I
Okay.
don't know. It just happens.
It's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's an emotional
Yeah.
thing. I see you.
But then when it goes to baking, like I always take measurements.
Also, baking is also a love that you have as well.
That's the first thing that I started
Oh,
after
wow.
matric, and before Kitlako corporate world, I
Yes.
didn't know what Kitlo afterwards.
Yes.
And just after matric, I'm like, okay, let me try baking, and it went well.
Oh wow.
Then I had to start something again, but I'm coming back.
Yes.
You know?
Oh man, I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Because it seems like it's a thing for most maybe people who are not professional chefs, but they have a love for being in the kitchen.
being in the-
Yes. So you just go with the feel. You're one of those people who measures by eye or by sight, right? I love that. So between you, your mom, and other family members, like you mentioned, you guys love cooking, right? Do you ever spend time together and compare notes and compare the recipes? Because I'm sure when we outside of home, I get thing we wherever. Do you guys ever have a time and mama, I learned this way. I saw this on this cooking show, or I came across this on social media, or
No, I
Yeah.
Like I have a strict grandmother.
Oh wow.
If you do something wrong, his bad because she knows
Yeah.
so but just do something out of line.
Oh, wow. She's the first person to call you out. I see.
I wanna know at all.
I see. But do you never get it wrong though? Because you measure by eyesight and by feel and by emotion, right? So do you never get it wrong in terms of maybe or the one ingredient is overpowering the entire dish? Or did you do like balance? So like how do you
I try my best to get the balance.
Okay.
And then for me, I'd rather like when it comes to spices and like
Seasoning.
Seasoning.
Yes.
I'd rather dibe kotlas
Ah.
and like dibe
Di be di ngata,
Di be di
ne,
ngata,
di overpower.
then,
Yeah.
Then if maybe motho ha utlwe maybe
Flavor e tlhagang or spice or letswanyana or something.
they can add
On top themselves. Ne? I see you. So you've never gotten it wrong. Let's be honest. You've never gotten it wrong. I can imagine.
I
can
remember my
imagine.
first time ke pega papa.
Okay.
Gosh, like I did it gantle ka pega gantle,
Okay.
but I left the stove high.
Oh wow. A bit.
Ebe chanka caramel pop like when I opened the
man.
pot, yo, like yo.
Man. O kare mo togonyana, so.
No, nearly papa gantle,
Okay.
like but like kamo sighting, like it was
Ele brown.
ele brown kamo gare.
Oh wow.
And even maybe or mo goling white mo teng o sama gore maybe on
To salvage it, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just disaster.
Man. And then what do the people say about no bapel?
I showed my sister
Yeah.
for like bona kentseng, and now gona no like they like ba na le go etsa like a joke go wa gopola.
O kila tshisa
O kila
papa
chili.
or tshisa papa chili.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've incorporated our peppers with the onion and the lettuce. So what's next now? What else do we add?
It's peppers. Oh, peppers.
Cucumbers.
The cucumber.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
cucumber, then tomato, then seasoning. And
Okay.
You mix.
Okay, let's go for it. So, you're perhaps wondering, right? Vitumelo is saying that this is quite a light meal, a light breakfast, quite refreshing,
Yes.
using quite some similar ingredients that we used with Chef Zondwa. You know, the peppers, the cucumbers, onion, tomatoes, very fresh ingredients, you know, and a lot of the cook enthusiasts that we've had right here on the show, or a lot of the chefs that we've had, always share the same sentiment of saying that you eat with your eyes first. So just by sight, the colors are just giving, man. The reds, the yellows, the greens are coming through, and it promises to be a great tasting salad. Okay, so now Ubitumelo is adding the tomatoes and just trying to incorporate all the ingredients together in our bowl. And then I can't wait to taste, because the salad that we had the last time was it was poke bowl.
A rice poke bowl.
A rice poke bowl that was accompanied by a Greek salad. You know, yeah. So that was very cool. So this is the second salad that we're going to be having. You know, yeah. I mean, spring and the veggies. You know, yeah. So we need refreshing and light meals, but also keeping it quite healthy, right? Because I know I get in the leisure ka winter, all those hearty and warm foods. So now it's time to try and keep it as you're incorporating everything.
Yes.
Yes. There we go. Eventually, by the end of the year, we're going to be salad people here in studio because a lot of people are coming through with salads. This one is an egg. We had a Greek salad the last time. Hey, there we go.
Yeah. I think
That's it, right? Okay, I love that. I love that. Very,
bit of
very, very, a bit of everything, right? Very cool. Very cool.
And then someone what
If you want to make use of dressing yourself, of course, there's Greek dressing and there's a Thousand Island dressing right here. My favorite is a Thousand Island. So I think I will do that. I want for this taste myself. So I'll add that very quickly. So that there we go.
Can Miss South Africa taste as well? Please go there.
Who's Miss South Africa?
Okay.
Okay, so TC's gonna come around as well and taste with me.
Hey,
Okay.
Kenzie's creations.
Okay, so let TC go first. You can go first.
Okay, I'm gonna get.
I don't know if a thousand
egg.
islands is your favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see your taste. But salad I funile. Okay. Excuse mousse. Okay.
Let us tell you what TC. What TC want to tell Pega Milange? Doesn't say wearing a wedding dress here. It says if we're getting married now. Okay.
Okay, Thousand Islands is not so bad.
It's not, nah? Okay. I'm gonna go in.
That's nice.
I'm gonna go
Go
in.
in, my friend.
Like I said, I think by the end of the year we're gonna be salad people.
I was already a salad person.
I was
so-
not. I'll be honest. Mr. B, how about you? Salad as well?
Yeah, the first thing I'd go for is the eggs.
Okay.
Yeah. You'd go for the eggs, ne? Manati. It'd be nice.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we
She
do,
came
man. I
through,
see
man.
you. Absolutely, man.
You can never go wrong with a
Absolutely.
salad.
Absolutely.
People to Melo can't just let us eat. You must eat your own.
I must also eat.
portion.
Okay.
Haje. Come on.
Re utlwa gore dijo tsa gago o feel yang
feel jwang?
ka tsone, right? Maybe let's go la gago ka je go tireng ka through go itse bang.
Our there's no way it came through. Thousand Island, how do you feel with the Thousand Island?
'Cause she likes
Is it a
Greek,
yay
right?
or a nay? Thousand Island? A nay.
No, it's not a name.
Girl,
It's a yay.
be honest.
yay.
It's a
Okay.
yay, I never. But ke musi go tshwara o sentse salad go ka salad dressing the Thousand Islands. So this is what we have prepared for you on today's cooking segment, right? Making use of the great tasting spices of the Spice seasoning from Amapelepele Spices for Africa, an egg salad that was prepared by the very own Ubitumelo all the way from Komido and Silaksuama Peppercorn Salama Katbogis.
Yes.
Greenhouse.
Yeah, go greenhouse, right?
greenhouse.
Yes, actually, with that being said, so someone who's watching and listening wants to reach out to you, right? Because like I said, rumor has it, rumor
Yeah,
has
but
it,
food
Jorge,
business.
your pork chotters are one of the best around, right? But someone wants to get in touch with you, wants to reach out, Facebook, email, phone numbers, whatever, all the works, social media. How do we go about it?
Okay, they can find me on Facebook.
Okay.
Nyamani Penny Bitumelo.
Okay.
My contact number is 078-384-3173.
One more time, please.
078-384-3173. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more time.
It looks like you're not sure of your own number. my
078-384-3173.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
One
the
last time. Yeah.
078-384-3173.
Yay.
Yes.
There we go. And your base
For calls and WhatsApp, yeah.
for calls on WhatsApp. Zone 7 in Mirrorlands, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So we're going to be trying in the very near future to come and hang out at Zone 7.
Zone 1.
Zone 1, not Zone 7. Get that guy Zone 7. Maybe we're going to but we're going to try and hang out in Zone 1 so that we can get this great taste of the rumor that's going around that her pork trotters and her food just in general is one of the best around, right? And hopefully from today, she'll also make use of the amapelepele spices and the sauces. But with that being said, Tisi, any last words for you?
Amen. I need to get out of this dress.
Ooh,
Ooh, guys, I don't know if I'm a glamour girly. Today, I got a taste. But yeah, you know, a lot of things I got a taste of, and this being one of them. I love it's salad season. Salad season is about to pop off.
Yeah.
Spring is about to get sprung.
Yeah.
So, you know, be out there in the sun, soak up the vitamin D, man. We've been out here, you know, overdressed. It's time to get those layers off and, of course, have fun in the sun. I wonder what you have planned for, you know, spring. Hey, nyazi first of spring, bazobantela summertime. First of September, bazobantela. But then, of course, do look out for that Flavor Fridays giveaway post on our Facebook page. So you can also stand a chance to win yourself an amapelepele spice hamper. And yeah, man. And of course, we will be giving away those tickets to the Soweto Kota Festival, proudly sponsored by the Amapelepele Spices for Africa. Thank you so much to you guys for tuning in. And of course, thank you to Amapelepele Spices that you can also order online at www.amapelepele.co.za. And of course, if you have somebody near you that stocks up on amapelepele spices, do visit them and give, you know, a shout out. Show us some love. Tag us. Let us know that, no, man, nami ngiyayisebenzisa amapelepele spices.
And perhaps I was about to say, right, that delivery, and the nice thing is that about amapelepele, which I find that is so great, in Gauteng, delivery is free, right?
And very fast, by the way.
Yeah, delivery is actually
because
like less than 2-3
our
days.
giveaway winners, man, they were
people
like
are getting their stuff. So, yeah, if you want to order online, you can do that, like Tisi just mentioned. And delivery in Gauteng is absolutely free, right? But they do also offer shipping throughout the entire country. But perhaps you're also wondering where you can get some of the recipes that we've been cooking up right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show Kitchen. They are available on our website, which is www.vookadaily.co.za. That's www.vookadaily.co.za. Look, man, the conversation needs not end here. It continues across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Send through those dishes that you've cooked up in your own kitchen, right? Making use of the amapelepele spices and the sauces on our WhatsApp line by dialing the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and TC and the rest of the team can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. For myself, Musi Mist, I want to get out of here. This weekend, I'm preparing for, actually later on this Friday, I'm preparing for the Harmonious Chorus concert.
Nice. That
I spoke about last week. I know that you were not here on Friday, but I did mention it. So it's their first annual concert.
Oh, nice.
You know, and look, man, reception has been great with ticket purchases and all of those great things. So I myself will be on stage. You know,
our own superstar.
Doing my own thing on vocals. No worries. But with that being said, let's keep on seeing each other. Same time, same place next week. God willing, you and I and the rest of the team can see each other. But with that being said, TC and I and the rest of the team are going to get out of here and try to enjoy the last weekend of winter and of August. But God willing, we are together.
Yes.
Same time, same place.
Monday.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Cool stuff.
Bye.